Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today, we are back with an intermediate match. This is Prospect eSports Showdown, Week 5. I am going to be your play-by-play caster for today, Wild, and I'm joined by Laurel. Laurel, how are you today?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see Crystal Drip Academy versus GPAC Borealis. These are both two strong teams in our intermediate division, and I've heard great things about them.
I have as well, and with that, I think we're just going to get right into this. It was Crystal's map pick, and we are going to be going into Ilios, so I think that we're going to be going in right now.
Sounds like it. Now, Ilios is a fun map. You can go a lot of different ways on it. You know, it looks like we are going to be starting off on Ruins.
They're asking for a... looks like we have people asking for a swap, so
yes.
We are going to be...
I
think we'll be returning to lobby here.
Yes, good call, Wild. Now, I wonder if we're going to go on Ruins again. Ruins is a fun map to start with because you can have dive, you can have double bubble.
Phoenix in for Brig. Okay, we got
Correct.
Phoenix in for Brigness.
Yes.
There we go. All right. Looks like we have a front runner. Alright, we're going to be going right back in. Yeah, I agree. I like playing Ruins. Ruins is... You're probably going to see the most Reinhardt Zarya on that map. Just like kind of a Rush style. As we know, Rush has been meta recently.
True. I feel like Ryan Zarya is going to be a good pick for the tank line, but, you know, I'm hoping to see some cheeky Widows, some, you know, cheeky snipers in here for sure. Because it's a long map, and to not play a sniper on this is kind of just silly, even with Rush.
Yeah, on this one especially, we see a Widowmaker a lot, because there's a lot of these places on these ruins where you can just hide behind these little bricks, get good sightlines on the enemy team, and I personally would be excited to see a Widow 1v1. And we do see a Widow on one side, we see Widow on the side of GPAC, but we do see the Ryan Zarya on the side of both, which isn't surprising at all, with the Lucio map.
Yeah, not surprising at all. The only difference is the DPS. You know, the Hanzo McCree, or excuse me, the McCree Junkrat and Widow Reaper.
Junkrat, a pick we really don't see too much in this map. He's pretty weak against the Widowmaker. The Widow's going to be able to outrange him every time. So let's see if this Junk can really prove his value in the front lines before this Widow can maybe get a couple picks.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the McCree is really going to be fighting the Widow the majority of this. Widow tries to do a jump shot, doesn't catch anybody. You know, no harm trying for out the gate.
Yeah, really safe there, especially if they don't have the other Widow, which they do. And we see GPAC's going to be rotating around. Highlighter does pick up a body shot on T-Wolf, so they jump down already. However, Crystal's going to be playing aggressive in this little hallway where GPAC has gone out. Rockadoc has killed Sky, and with Crystal already down 2, I believe that there's going to be rushing onto them. The Immortality field is going to go down, and from here it'll just be a roll on the side of GPAC.
Yeah, you know, that early pick off of their junk, which is, you know, their main spam component of Crystal Drip. You know, they're... Oh, and my computer just crashed. Lovely! Pretty much what I was going to say, that early pick really did hurt Crystal Drip. It gave GPAC the upper hand there.
Yeah, it did, and the Widow here is just going to be spamming shots, and they're going to stay on the Junkrat, but he's not going to be anywhere towards his Riptile. He's really going to be finding the value. Crystal is going to be rushing out to the point where GPAC is stirring themselves. The Zarya comes out for absolutely massive for GPAC. It's going to be saving their Rhine from a lot of damage. The Immortality field comes out early from GPAC. It's a brawl on fight. Crystal's choosing to slightly back up here. It's a flank shatter, and it's massive on the side of GPAC. What a good play from Rice is in there.
And sorry, well, my computer is still down, so you're gonna have to
I got it.
a little while longer.
All good with me. Yeah, that was a good play from Rice there. I personally didn't expect him to do that, and obviously neither did Crystal, because it was a good flank shadow. I think he got 3 or so, ended up in 2 picks. And we're coming up here, the sights are going to be up for this Widow, which means she's going to be absolutely that just more deadly. Looking for picks. The window comes out, doesn't really find too much on the side of GPAC. I mean, Crystal's kind of kite this and kind of rotate around it. And both the Zarya are going to be down. Aggressive play coming out from Crystal. The big grab comes out from GPAC. A high noon comes out from Rice and gets 2. Immortality does go down. Shatter comes out again from Rice. Doesn't find as much as last time. Phoenix is really going to be the only person alive here on the side of GPAC, and he does go down quite quickly.
Yeah, Phoenix wasn't able to stagger for very long. Sometimes, you know, Lucio's can stagger that point long enough to really burn down the clock. They're at 79.5%. That's a great map differential. I'm glad I was able to come back for that reverse sweep by Crystal Drift. Grab them out early.
So Crystal, the sound barrier immediately with the return, double sound barriers come out. Let's see what this tire, even though Immortality Field's gonna be up, a big shatter comes out for Xerox. Or yeah, from Xerox, and he's just gonna clean up there. The tires just set up by the shatter there. Great aggressive play coming out from Xerox to get that shatter to tire kills.
It was a cascading event of both teams doing the same thing, and that tire just really cleaned it up. It was a showstopper. It needed to be there. T-Wolf definitely, sorry to have doubted Junk being needed.
Yes, he is proving his value now, and on both sides, we're going to see no ults at all. We're going to see we're going to see two actually on the side of GPAC. We're seeing a Death Blossom and a Earth Shatter, but then on the side of Crystal, they have none. So let's see if they can make this Earth Shatter and Death Blossom work. They're going to have to get Immortality Field down, but as I say, that T-Wolf is going to be the kill highlighter right off the bat. It's a huge source of damage going. They're going to be, it's going to be a Shatter. He does get 3. The Blossom does come out. The Immortality Field just comes out early, but Hanway's going to be able to get 3 here. There's a good Immortality Field, not enough. Finishes off with a 4. Can he get another one? He can. He can get 5, and that, did he get a 6? Oh, and Rice takes his 6K. But that was a very good coordinated effort on the side of GPAC.
Yes, it was impressive considering, they were down at the start of that fight. Now Highlighter going to Tracer, which makes a little bit more sense. The Widow's been contested and playing ground quite a bit.
Rice, the quick kill, they trade out both. Baptiste dead. Xerox with a big shadow to get them all on the ground. They pick up 3 here, and it's just going to be the Zarya and Lucio here. Not too much they can do. They already have the 99, and Rock does have his grabs, or almost has his grabs. He's at 98 here, so I was going to say that Highlighter does pick up 1. The Phoenix is alive on the Lucio. It's going to be a 2v4 here. Can this Tracer get enough poke damage to finish these kills? It does not look like it. Yeah, they're just going to back up here.
Yeah, they were trying to just give time for their team to come back. GPAC wanted to come back strong, and it was probably a good idea for the Tracer to pull back, because if Highlighter had been, there comes speed, there comes grab, Lamp already out for GPAC.
Both barriers out, the tire's gonna get destroyed, the Shadow doesn't get too much. Rice is gonna flop, Heist gets one with the high noon, but Rice also gets the Zarya, so it's about a 5v5, but except GPAC has to go to point. Hanway picks up Xerox, and now it seems like Crystal's having to retreat here. They don't have no point control at all with these tanks. Sky goes down and so does T-Wolf. It's really just gonna be this McCree here, and he's really just not gonna be able to do too much right now.
Really, McCree's not a great team fighter, beating a 1v6.
Yeah, he's not someone that's gonna clutch it up. Sorry.
Yeah, not without a high noon from a really cheeky advantage. That's not necessarily against the skills of the player. I think it's been interesting. This match really teeter-tottered back and forth. Rush being what Rush is, you take the space fast and you just annihilate your opponent. And both teams are doing that constantly. We teetered all the way back from, that 79.5 just started teetering all the way to, 99.99.
Yeah, it's a very momentum-based game, especially with the ultimate economies, and great showing from both sides. I thought the Baptiste on both sides played especially well. I thought they had great immortality fields, and here we are going to be seeing a ball hog comp against this sim comp with the Rush. I really hope we keep this sim, because I think it would be absolutely hilarious. Does not look. Yeah, they're gonna go Reaper here, but they're gonna be able to get to the point first, even though they have this ball. The ball does get there, but they're gonna have better positioning.
Kind of held up by Mega, early pin on Hog.
Playing really aggressive here, maybe a little bit too aggressive. 2 in the backline go down, and Xerox gets back, and McCree also goes down to 4 on 5 right now. This Ryan and Lucy are kind of, and also Zarya kind of stuck behind. This jump rat damage boosted is just gonna shred right as he tries to, oh my god, this damage boosted junk is just putting in the work on these tanks. And it is gonna be a pretty early cap for Crystal.
Yeah, I worry that GPAC had felt that they had the upper hand because they had the better rotation, they were in the better advantage point, and then they just went way too aggressive and just forgot their back line, which really opened them up to being, pulverized. I'm glad to see T-Wolf still on Junkrat. He's shown that he can be a power player, and he's definitely doing that. Killing a ride by himself. Well,
yeah, as the pile driver comes out, doesn't get much. Adaptive shields out early too. The ball just, for some reason, just goes into the pit. A tire is out. He's looking for the kill on the Reinhardt. He's gonna be able to find it, but oh my, the death bomb killed the Reaper for a trade. Highlighter kills the Tracer. It's a scrappy fight on point. It's looking like it's about a 3v3. Hara's gonna miss this hook, which is absolutely massive. A res comes out off the Junkrat. High does not get much. A huge boot by Sky to get more into the pit. And T-Wolf activating res is gonna be able to kill us with 3. So it looks like Crystal will be able to stabilize here.
Yes, I definitely agree. You know, I don't know what was going on with that jump. Another wonderful boop.
A lot of boops happening. Yeah, GPAC is got to get out here. I mean, this is they can't win this fight. Yeah, just take the loss here, guys. You got to reset.
Yeah, it was interesting because when Ball fell in, Lucio was also in the pit, and I thought Lucio was going to die, and I did not expect Ball to just be like, whoopsie days.
Yeah, I can't say I was either, but as we see, we can see a lot of bullets coming up on the side of GPAC. So we're gonna see what they can do. They have no shield to block this Earth Shatter coming up from right, so let's see if he can get a massive Earth Shatter. The Hoggle comes out, pushing everybody back. The Reaper gets very little because the Hog ults it back, but he does kill the ball. Mines get little to no value. The Shatter comes out, doesn't get much, but it looks like this Junk Tire could be big. No, the Spire Strike is gonna be destroying it. The Diva Bomb gets to clean everybody up. And this is gonna be a very easy flop. Almost there. But it's gonna be a pretty late flip here coming in from GPAC. You can't really be disappointed if you're on the side of Crystal.
Wow, another crazy boop out of nowhere by Sky onto Baptiste.
Oh wait, no, oh my god, he got another one. But
now
they can recontest this.
That Lucio just got player of the game. I'm calling it right fucking now. Beanie coming out so strategically by Sky.
It's a beat on actually both sides. The later beat comes in from GPAC, so they have a slight health advantage. McCree comes down to the pulse bomb. Diva gets DMX in the backline, and it's not looking good here for GPAC. Teal's gonna keep killing the Attitude immediately, and they need to find a pick here because Reinhardt having to play so defensive against this ball on. Almost gets hooked in the pit, barely lives. T-Wolf with yet another kill. Heist gonna be flanking the backline. All the attention's on T-Wolf, so he's able to go for free. A boot by Phoenix, but it does not look like it's gonna be enough unless he can find about 3 more of those. Tracer is going to be alive. Hit the ball, kills himself. Wait a second, this is winnable on the side of GPAC. Okay, almost the hook into the field, doesn't get it. The boop is so close to Lucio, doesn't get it. This is an absolutely crazy fight. Crystal has the advantage, but they're not winning just yet. The Hoggle will come out and might kill this Lucio player. Phoenix is living on just a thread here. And I can't even tell what's happening right now.
Yeah, I feel like that ball's almost throwing because I've seen this pile drive very close to the pit or literally in the pit, and it's just suspicious.
I thought he just died. I thought he just died again. Yeah, their ball is on the side of Crystal. The ball has gone into the pit many times. You have to wonder what's going through his head at this point, but miraculously, GPAC is going to be able to sustain here thanks to Phoenix and Highlighter just being able to stall this out.
They did a masterful holdout. Phoenix just riding the walls like crazy, booping people in like mad. You know.
Classic Lucio play. The ball will be the back line. A Tyre going to be coming out here. Well, if this Tyre can find something, it might just be exactly what Crystal needs to win this round. As you see, everyone's on the back line right now. The Baptiste on the side of GPAC is getting so much pressure, but as I say that, Crystal gets 2, and also they res the one person that died. Rockonoff does kill T-Wolf, that's their main source of damage. We see a Reaper will come out here, will like anything. I think it's being used to clear mines, and it does that successfully. Tracer has a pulse bomb here, and will she be able to find a stick? Mercy's going to be bouncing on the side of Crystal, it's going to be a lot of healing as well as a beat. With unlimited health on the side of Crystal. Reaper gets booped to the pit and teleports out just in time, only to die to the Tracer. The mines come out on the side of GPAC. Not going to find much, mainly to zone. Hog is going to get booped in by Phoenix. Both these Lucios absolutely going crazy this match. This is going to be a very, very close match. The pile driver in onto the backline for Crystal. Both of these Baptiste and Lucio are going to be low. Rice is going to do the kill. Mercy here. It's such a scrappy fight. The window comes out for this extra damage and healing. The boop in again. Xerox is back in that pit. He absolutely loves it in there. And Rice is there to kill Sky. And it's just looking better and better for GPAC right now. And it is going to be map.
I really think both teams need to have a vacation home at the bottom of that pit because the Lucios on both scenes, Phoenix and Sky, I believe is the Lucio on the other side, just amazing boops all match. There was one time that Metal had hooked the Rhine as he was, and this is the green, what pretty much led up to 6k by Codex. Or not Codex, excuse me. Hanwei. There was one time that Metal had hooked Ryan while he was hammering down, and then Phoenix just booped the hog right after that. It's like, nope, you're not taking any advantage of losing that.
Yeah, it looks like me if I play Hog in my ranked games. I'm just always in there. But, I mean, that was an absolute crazy and wacky map. I mean, there's a lot of stall, a lot of back and forth, the environmental kills. I mean, well, it's got to be the craziest point in the game.
Yeah, so many kills by the two Lucios. It was just wacky fun.
Yeah, there really isn't any other map that's like Ilios where 80% of the point is just this giant hole in the middle of the map, and everyone's going to play around that. It's so interesting, and it's so fun to watch. So, and next, I think we're going to be going on to a 2CP map, and in this week's map poll, we have Hanamira and Temple of Anubis. Which one would you rather like to see, Laurel?
So this just comes down to my scrim experience bias. I hate Hanamura with a passion. I love Temple of Anubis just because of the range of things that you can do with it. You know, second point, there's multiple places to come in at. You know, you don't really have that at Hanamura. You kind of have one choke, really, at both places. You either go main or you go top. And most people go top. For Temple of Anubis, you can just go all over the place, and snipers have good angles, and I just find Temple of Anubis way more fun. You know, we didn't really see that much of Highlighter's Widow. Maybe that was because of the pressure that they were having, and, you know, who knows, Temple of Anubis could be going in their favor. Of course, with T-Wolf's junk, I wouldn't want to pick Hanamura or Temple of Anubis. Those are both great maps for junks, because they have such narrow chokes.
Yeah, and for me, I prefer Temple of Anubis as well, just because I think that ever since like the origins of Overwatch, you've really been able to run a ton of different stuff on that map. Like we've seen Genji, we've seen snipers, we've seen Junkrat. You can basically run just about anything on point one, and you can justify it. So I like Temple of Anubis a lot. Hanamira is a little bit more straightforward. I think the second point is quite boring, and yeah, I just overall think that Temple of Anubis would be just a more exciting pick. But yeah, as you said, the T-Wolf Junkrat is looking good, and Crystal Drip is gonna be picking, so I really don't think they can go wrong with these maps.
Yes, I will remind Crystal Drip that they are picking between the two, because I feel like maybe they aren't aware.
Yeah, we'll give them a reminder. In other words, though, I did like the side of GPAC. I liked GPAC just a little bit more than Crystal, obviously, as they won that last map. The tank synergy I thought was a little bit better. I didn't think it was like extremely a lot better, but I mean, I thought GPAC their tanks overall had more synergy. They played a little bit more together, and they I think the tank line especially just outperformed just a little bit.
Yeah, I have to give credit to GPAC's tank line. Their tanks were incredibly, you know, sometimes too aggressive, but the two tanks did work in synergy. They were always, you know, back to back with each other. You know, a good Rhine needs a good Zarya to back them up. And unfortunately, that overaggression didn't pay off for the second map, you know, well, but it definitely paid off in Ruins, and GPAC was able to swing things back in their favor. So it's not out for GPAC yet. I mean,
they look. Oh, sorry, Crystal Drip. Yeah.
I realized I was underdogging the wrong team. I'm like, wait a second.
But yeah, I think that what we did, they already go Hanamira, which is a little bit surprising to me, since I thought that the Brawl looked a little bit on the side of GPAC, and I think Brawl is probably a little bit on Hanamira than Temple of Anubis. But you can really, like I said, you can really run either of the map. You can really run anything on a lot of these maps. Like we might even see a sim here. Who knows? But yeah,
Yeah, I feel T-Wolf really pushed for Hanamura, because Junk just has a little slighter advantage on Hanamura, because first point is such a narrow choke, and you can only really go through one way. And second point, it's fun for spam. You know, it's much more of a junk map, and I'm not discounting Sky or Canucks or, you know, the tank line at all, but T-Wolf did have some of the more powerful kills, you know, Tyre being Tyre. But
sorry, this is just a little bit off. Is defense on the left or the right hand side of the
defense is always left.
Okay, cool. Yes, we gotta swap the teams really quick. Let me change these names.
Yeah, and I am going to preemptively apologize because I will probably accidentally swap teams.
I will probably as well. Oh yes, I've got it. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for our viewers who don't know, maybe we all need to write into Blizzard. I do not know why they don't swap spectators when they swap all. That should swap
it's a bit weird.
too. Yeah, it really is.
That would just make it easier, but I mean, I wish the oh wait, this we need to make this guy as well. There. Oh wait, no, oops, wrong team. There we go. All right. So yeah, we need to
work for your paycheck today, Wild.
Yep. So we're gonna. I think we're asking for ready check because I think we should be ready to hop into this map. I think we have everything down. I switched the names, we switched the teams, and we switched specs. So I think that's about it.
Yep. You know, I do also want to state that the icons of GPAC are making me giggle. I think they wanted to spell boobs out, but they couldn't, so now they're just boob.
Close enough. I mean, I was talking about Crystal's kind of emblem lineup earlier, so I think it's a reference to something, but yeah, we're gonna try to jump right into this map, but we're gonna be waiting for ready for Crystal right now because we got it from GPAC. We're waiting for Crystal.
Yeah, you might have to DM me what that reference is because I don't want to say what I think you're referencing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a feeling it was that. Thank you for DMing me that information. That is not Twitch appropriate.
Yeah, we're not gonna go into that anymore. But
so besides T-Wolf T-Wolf going junk and Rush happening, I'm curious of what they're going to pull. Sometimes we get kooky, crazy things as matches continue.
Yeah, and the sim is really good here. I mean, we saw the sim run in Overwatch League today. I mean, shout out if you guys watched that. The matches are really good. You guys should check it out. It's really good. But yeah, we saw a lot of sim today on this map in the Overwatch League level. So I mean, and sim has always been run on Hanamir to teleport to point, teleport high grounds, to do all these different shenanigans. So I would not be surprised. And here we go. We have ours on both teams. So we are gonna hop right in.
Yeah, I was not able to watch the match yet, so don't give us any spoilers, chat. You know, it's nice to see Widow back in the main front, though. It's been a while since she's had her heyday.
Yeah, I agree, and the matches were good today, so I think you really enjoy them. There were a couple of close matches, so yeah, I think they're pretty fun to watch. So.
Speaking of chat, I also need to restart my Twitch.
All right, and like I said, we have the swap here for Crystal and GPAC. So GPAC's gonna be starting on the defense here. That's generally what teams choose to do. The defense first, it allows teams to establish like a win con. They can kind of get a feel for the team's playstyle a little bit better. And yeah, we're gonna be seeing a Ryan Zarya, Ryan Diva here. Both very valid rush comps we've been seeing. The Baptiste and the Lucio again. No surprises there. And we see a jump sim here on the side.
He calls it.
Yeah, on the side of Crystal, because like, we were pretty confident here that T-Wolf was gonna be playing this jump because he looked pretty damn good on it. And we have one of our spectators having a little bit of fun.
How positively
Let's go, boobies! Maybe making a swap kill?
Yeah, I'm not sure why May did that. She's not swapping because that's a little bit...
Lucio is running back Taxier, which is really going to put GPAC at a lower standing.
Yeah, and then Sim didn't come out with this TP here. They're going to be going to point. Oh my god, with the kill Sky. Never mind.
Well, there's that. That's one way to stop a team from being able to rush you is just to stop their speedy boy. But you know, they do have Sim. They're not going to have to wait for very long. Lucio's going to be able to rejoin them super fast, and that TP is going to come. GPAC's being super smart, holding to point. They see that Sim, they know that TP is coming, and they're like, just come back.
Yeah, they want to be safe here, and we see a highlighter playing forward here. They are going to be teleporting higher. We do see this a lot. So they're not going to be teleporting right to point. They'll be teleporting to the left side here. which will be a little bit harder to engage with this May. So let's see if the May can get a big wall here. Ooh, just narrowly misses Xerox, but Xerox is going to be stunned with a flashbang. Immortality field comes out early for the side of Crystal. I mean, it gets eliminated right away. Xerox is still going to be low. I mean, the highlight is going to be able to kill this bat. First, a big shatter comes out from Rice. This guy has proven himself to be a good Reinhardt player. He's landing shatter after shatter this game.
Smart took TP high ground and then rotate back, and that shatter just annihilated them. That early pick on Sky really gave Rice an upper hand. Now, I do want to note that we have a highlighted message, hashtag we are Danny Lim, in chat. I have no idea what that means, but
Danny Lim is he's on the desk of analyst this year for
okie dokie.
Yes, that's Danny Lim. But we see the high noon come out here early from Highlighter. Does not get much. Window also gets little value. So we're seeing this tire come out from T-Wolf. We're gonna see if we get anything big. The window does come out. It's gonna be going right into the side of GPAC. It's gonna be rough. The Ryan's playing aggressive here. Is gonna be looking to get this. They're looking to get the shatter off. Does get the shatter, but not a lot with it. Xerox actually get a die for it. A good main wall comes out from Hanwall. Or for Hotway. I mean, now they can just play aggressive. Now that this Ryan says they got no shield, and this Sim is going to be going down on the side of Pius, and now Highlighter kills Sky. It's going to be a stagger here. The Immortality Field comes out to try to save this Zarya energy, which could be massive. But I think that GPAC notices this, and yep, they kill the Zarya. Absolutely huge kill on that Zarya to reset her energy.
Yeah, it was a valiant effort, you know, by Connix to try to get Metal out, but I almost wonder if it would have been worth it for them just to have jumped off the point, like their Sim did, like Heist did.
Yeah, now they're about 10 seconds. Yeah, they're about 10 seconds behind. They're gonna be missing those 10 seconds if it becomes overtime. But yeah, they still have the Sim here, but they're gonna be going straight high ground. The Kree's by himself. They're gonna be trying to pick him off, but Highlighter has another high noon already. This guy is charging them very, very fast. They're going to be taking this right side high ground, which is popular with this Sim. They could be point, they could TP somewhere. They're high ground. High noon comes out early. Does get the Lucio is going to die with the tire. The Demon Bomb comes out. Doesn't get much of a Highlighter. Does pick up Zarya with the high noon. Barrier comes out on the side of Crystal, but there's a Blizzard out on the field. Doesn't catch much.
Yeah, I think that Blizzard was just really there to stall the whole point. Yeah, that shatter was huge. Immortality, though, saving the teammates of everybody. Great reaction time.
Oh, it's a nice wall by Hanway, and the Ryan's gonna go down here. These walls by Hanway have been big. The window comes out, with a lot of damage coming out. Ryan's gonna go down. B is gonna be coming out for a GPAC because of this window. They should be playing aggressive now, but Connor's gonna die. He traded his other Bastos, so no last piece on the field. Rock, though, is gonna be able to kill another, and this Diva's gonna be beating him down from behind him. He gets the match. Sky kills this Bat, even though there's Not Rez, I'm sorry. He came back. It looks like GPAC might be able to stabilize here, but just barely. This TP is providing so much less time for travel right from the point.
Yeah, and Phoenix really did realize that. He turned around and said, "Oh my God, both teams just came back. We have to kill it." He ultimately died for that sacrifice. Shatter coming down, getting both teams.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually. Only kills one. Highlighter also gets 2 on the Doomfist. Huge from Highlighter. The teleport is still on the point. So so Crystal does have the advantage when it means getting back to the point. Window comes out here, so more healing and more damage. Simbal's gonna prevent this path from really getting that much with the window. They're gonna be playing around this. So Har's gonna be able to TP back. T-Wolf kills Diva, but Highlighter gets yet another. The tire is gonna come out. The Sim is so low. Can they finish the Sim off is the question. He's gonna be healed a little bit. The grab is gonna get 2, and T-Wolf is gonna be able to finish them off. And it finally looks like Crystal is gonna be able to break through this first point.
Rice is like, "Not yet, buddy. I'm going to burn down every second I can."
Yeah, you see how he's picking up a couple G kills there. Yeah, that teleport in the long run was just so crucial for them. Just allow them to get back so much faster, and they just put up more damage.
Yeah, Hanway put a wall up, and I'm not quite sure what they were trying to achieve there. Instead of getting rid of the portal, a wall's not gonna stop you from teleporting through. They used it to rush the second point, bomb coming out.
The shatter is able to get the Ryan on the ground, so his shield cannot protect him from this bomb. And yeah, this is it. I mean, that's a team wipe. It's gonna be 3 ults that are coming out from GPAC. You expect them to win that fight in a dominant fashion, and they do.
Yeah, Highlighter just cleaned up. Pretty much once the tanks were gone, Highlighter was able to come up and get all the squishies.
A good job on the side of Rice and Rocco, though. Some good synergy because the Diva went out. The Ryan had to turn around to block it. Rice sees an opportunity to shatter. He does, and wait. a barrier, is that a fat finger? A barrier just comes out on the side of Crystal. That's extremely odd to me.
Imagine it is because it's nowhere near the point. You know, it could have been sometimes press W. Yeah, I really pressed Q.
Oh yeah, I mean that's happened to me before, but they're wishing they had that barrier this fight because Phoenix is going to be coming to 70% of his. He might even have it for this fight if it's extended. I mean, this dude is by himself. They see him, and he just barely gets away here. Hanwei is going to be falling, though, a little bit too far forward. They're going to be fighting in this little corner. Diva plays aggressive. The flashbang comes out, does not get too much. Doom tries to go for a roll-on, doesn't get much. The shatter is blocked. Great defense on the side of Crystal and Patience. The immortality for both teams comes out earlier, but now we have a barrier on the side of GPAC. Now they can play aggressive. This side, you see Ryan is literally in their backline, but Rice plays too aggressive. Xerox was one, but he doesn't end up finishing the kill. Diva becomes demeched. Tyler does pick up the Lucio, but this tire could be big. It's only needs to kill one or two. He's going to kill the Mei, and the Mei is going to be going down there. It is just a BAP here. It's going to be a BAP and a Lucio with a Doom, and it's in a bad position. On the side, they have this window. They're putting up so much damage onto this spawn. The Doom's going to get going for a roll that gets a good uppercut, but isn't really going to get anything with it. High Noon comes out on the side of Crystal, just kind of zoning out on the side of GPAC. The bomb comes out. Let's see if they can get anything. Dogs find them a creep, which is huge. Diva falls for it, though. Shatter gets blocked on the side of... I'm not sure anymore, GPAC. And there's just so much happening. I'm a little bit flustered.
Yeah, it's been like a non-stop fight for like 3 minutes. Nobody's pulled back. Pretty much from one point to ATP to second, it's just been fight. And Blizzard coming out by GPAC to stall. It looks like they are going to maybe slow down the momentum. Rock then Hasis is down. Now this is the third swap from Hasis. They were originally I think the barrier came out switching to McCree, and now again to Tracer. Tracer was their stronger pick. They're back to McCree. I take that back.
A little bit weird there, but yeah, I apologize there. I was a little bit confused. There's a lot of ults and a lot happening.
A lot of queues happen in a short amount of time, and you talked for like 4 minutes straight. It's completely fine. Wall coming out, blocking main, which is slightly successful while Rock is standing there. Lucio trying to touch point, was successful to start. Both lanes coming out.
The window's coming out though for GPAC. It's going to become doing a lot of damage onto this Ryan coming in. The Ryan seems to be in a little bit of a bad position. He's going to be backing up, but he doesn't matter. Highlighter is going to be able to kill him off. He just goes to Sim. Maybe the teleport strat to for point B as well. The Diva Bomb is going to be really good for zoning. Zarya has no bubble and it's a Poco Bomb.
And I don't even regret singing over the rest of that commentary because nothing was needed. That bomb just saved that point. Well,
that's not saved, but it clutched it. It solidified it there. It made it so that really the Crystal really just didn't have a chance of coming back in. Really what set up the comeback in the first place was the Diva Bomb, because the McCree was high nooning on the side of Crystal, just kind of zoning out a lot of people on the point, and he ends up dying to the bomb by GPAC, and that was I believe the first pick they got, and from there they just were slowly able to use their respawns to stall it out, group up just a little bit, and yeah, just overtake them. So they only got 88% on this point.
Now I know we had mentioned they're aggressive. Now, do you think that's why these fights have been nonstop and they haven't really pulled back, and it's just been kind of a stagger fest from both teams? You know, they're just in it to win it, and they're not taking a moment and just, we have 3 minutes on the clock. Maybe we should just pull back and wait.
Yeah, quite possibly that could be true.
I mean, definitely, with the Hasis on Sim, rushing from first to second is not a bad idea, but I think after that you have to take a slower approach because the momentum's not on your side anymore.
Yeah, like there were multiple times where they got like 2 picks, but I mean it's 2 CP here. I mean if you don't get a clean team kill or at least close to one, it's going to be really hard for you guys just to take the point right off the bat. And they're running the Sim on defense here, none for the offense. So it looks like Crystal's going to be sticking with this Sim junk. His team gets 2 from spawn.
Whoa, chef kiss right there. That's going to go straight in his tire bank. Already 45%.
Yeah, that is a massive lead on the DPS on the side of GPAC, but in this Sim, these Sim turrets are going to make it annoying for them to push this choke with the junk. This is actually really hard on the side of GPAC. They're going to have to really just speed in here. The freeze really fast onto Xerox, but you are going to kill this trap. He's going to kill the Ryan, and from here, it should just be Crystal kind of rolling them, because with this Ryan, they're not going to have any shielding from these DPS players. The Ryan's going to get walled off, but luckily, Team is going to be able to break the wall and come to save him.
Yeah, it looks like Conway was kind of baiting him, and Rock fed into it, but thankfully, Rock's team backs him up. You can hear Lucio's voice line, why are you so angry? I love it, he's been spamming it this entire series.
Oh, it's a really early tire. It's gonna be all comes up, then just 2. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's they have to reset now. That's it. T-Wolf with another 2 picks.
And those are important parts of Rush. It's the Lucio and the Mei. You know, the Mei is what is pretty much doing the pacing with the Rhine. The wall set a large pace, so does the Lucio. Those are vital parts you have to reset.
Yeah, and this is so irritating. I would be so irritated if I was GPAC. This is so hard to come into this choke on with the Sigma spamming, the Junkrat spamming, everything is just spamming you. As I said, the Highlighter does kill the Junk. Walk comes out early. The Flux and Nano onto the Rhine provide so much pressure. A high noon comes out for Highlighter, does not get much. The res on to the Junkrat means that this is just that much more damage. Sky pulls out the pistol and able to assassinate Phoenix. T-Wolf after being res is going to be the fine 1, even 2. And then yeah, Heist is going to be able to just pick up 1, and that's another reset on the side of GPAC.
I don't know if the camera caught it, but during that Flux when they were slammed down on top of Gate. They could have taken a moment and paused if their Rhine shield was full, and yet they backed down immediately and kind of fell into that spam damage of everyone right beneath them, because they were expecting them to fall on the ground, so they were there. TP coming out the top.
They're having a sim of their own here. As we see Crystal just backing up immediately. I'm surprised they didn't try to contest that TP. They're going to be backing up just right away. And I mean, still, this Junk Sigma spam is going to be really hard for GPAC to come through. But they're going to be an Earthshatter on both sides. Let's see if Rice can do it once again. A Sound Barrier comes out to initiate. The Shadow's going to be blocked on one side. However, on the side of Crystal, it goes through. Gets 2. The tire's going to be destroyed by a Fire Strike. It's an absolute brawl on point. The bomb comes out. Can it be big? Oh, it does get 1. That's just good enough for the bomb. Ball's going to kill him, but Rice is going to be going down. His respawn is going to be faster. Highlighter kills the Sky, so no res. The Nano Ryan's going to be actually sprinting into the backline of GPAC, doing a lot of damage. Hanwei kills Heist. Rocco kills T-Wolf, and it's just going to be this Ryan here.
I am on fire.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to look away to look at some work things for a moment. I think it's very impressive how long Crystal Drip was able to hold first point. You know, it's not quite as satisfying as round 1 where they went boom, boom to second. But that was a hard-fought first point and a hard-defended first point. And I think the Sim choice gave them that, you know, the momentum to get through the gate. They just had to get through the gate, and making swaps is what Overwatch is all about.
Absolutely, that was such an obnoxious chance to deal with. But an aggressive play coming out from Rice. Rice is already low. The McCree High Noon comes out, breaks shield, so they can play a little bit aggressive here. However, his Immortality comes out early. Crystal's being forced to back down, but they used like 3 ults, or 2 ults, just to be able to get them in that position. They're going to be dropping the point. Rice does kill the Junk. A Shatter comes out, and it does get the enemy Ryan. Sky gets a res onto the Junkrat, and that Shadow does pay off as Rice dies here. And if you're GPAC here, it's really just going to be a stagger unless you guys get like a ton of picks right now. And yeah, Zero's going to be able to find 1 more. They commit the bomb here, which is a little bit confusing. A nice try from the boop on with Phoenix, trying to boop the Ryan in front of it so that he gets like a triple quadruple kill. But yeah, I mean, I don't agree with using that bomb there. You after the Ryan dies, you especially just want to reset.
Yeah, and it would have been different if the Ryan had been the only one down and everyone was up and, you know, the fight was in your favor. But it wasn't. The Ryan was one of the last ones to die besides D.Va, and it really crippled them. I don't remember how fast Rocco builds their bombs, but it's going to put them at a disadvantage. You know, they only have window, maybe beat, Shatter coming up, and that's it. Whereas Crystal Drip has almost everything right now.
Oh, the tire's going to be popped early. It's going to be going around behind. They see it though. The Immortality comes out. However, they're going to be able to destroy it. They did force the Immortality out. Sigma dies on the side of Crystal. Level straight with the Reinhardt. It is a big shatter here. I mean, and again, this should just be a reset. They get the res off as well in the Sigma, and just I really hope they don't that on the side of GPAC they don't commit anything, because that would be absolutely tragic.
Phoenix is trying to get out with his poor little froggy legs, and he just doesn't make it. That stagger was gonna happen.
I mean, you look at T-Wolf, he used Tire there, he's already at 60% to him. That is absolutely massive. He's looking at the ult economy. on the side of Crystal, they still have the Flux. The Flux High Noon's a good combo. They have the Window. They're coming up on Valk and Tire. This is not looking too good here for GPAC. They have a couple ults of their own, but ults are going to be definitely in favor of the defense.
For sure. I mean, they have beat on GPAC, but they have Immort with Conan. Beat coming out early.
Yeah, beating in the High Noon. Oh, the boop! The McCree got booped into the air, and they actually killed the Junkrat. The Flux combo comes out now. Diva's gonna get demexed. A Shatter comes out and does force Zero to the ground. However, this Immortality Field is gonna save almost the entirety of Crystal for the time. Window comes out, doesn't really provide too much value. Riot's gonna go to play very aggressive. Verse is gonna be going for a res, does res Zero. Zero's not gonna be indirect close to that, but this Tire though. This Tire does kill the McCree. Absolutely massive. They need to protect Riot. They need to keep Riot alive. He's so low, but he ends up going down. That's massive. It's just gonna be the healers and Junkrat on point, but they can probably last a lot longer than we think. Now, as I say that Junk goes down with the back, it's going to be Mercy and Sigma here. Sigma and Tracer left on this point. They're going to be, this is so important for them to just focus these targets. The good sim wall in order to protect this. The Rhine isn't there. He's going to be, Wright's going to be back on the ball. The Hog here is going to be trying to find a pick, but he instantly goes down. It's a nice try by Xerox, but not quite. The bomb comes out. The Immortality is down. Does get the jump. Highlighter coming up huge on the Doom. Once it's already acquired, almost to 2. This Lucian's going to be all that's left. This Sigma's not even going to be able to touch it. It is going to be it for GPAC at literally the very last seconds.
What a comeback. I had to contain my pure excitement as you were casting that, and I am a caster. That was an impressive comeback. We did not expect it to go that way.
I certainly didn't, because as I said, defenders usually their ults are more impactful. They can trade ultimates and it's fine if they're defending. But yeah, I mean, it was great execution. They sound barriered onto the high ground above point there in order to kind of just get like a free in, and that it was a crazy play, by the way. On the Lucio Sky ended up booping the McCree highlighter into the air when he was high nooning, and that actually allowed him to shoot over the Rhine shield and kill Junk, which was that was an absolutely massive but accidental play, but that was crazy.
Yeah, it was almost like damned if you do, damned if you don't. I understand that the Lucio was trying to push them so that he would get a worse shot, and he accidentally put it in the favor. You know, we've both been complimenting the Lucios, and maybe one can be MVP, one most shitty player, because that early pick by the Kree really did swing that in their favor.
It could have been a junk. It could have been a junk mine that sent him in the air, so it could have actually been T-Wolf killing himself. I didn't actually see, but those are the only two things it could have been. But either way, whatever happened, whichever one of them accidentally booped him in the air, they ended up paying for it, because T-Wolf did go down, and that was from there. That was the start of it. And from there, they were able to just put up. I mean, without the junk damage, you really just don't have as much damage as you'd like to, especially when they have the McCree.
And GPAC, yes. And GPAC really did start to focus T-Wolf, which I think is what gave them the opportunities to stop the tire trains. Because ultimately, if you kill their junk early and often, you have less spam during the fight. But on that note, we are going to go to a short commercial break. Pad our revenue pockets. If you are a Prime streamer, you will get to listen to our smooth, sweet music.
All right, yeah, that's it. We're gonna be going to the half. Thank you guys, and I'll be back with hopefully some more hopefully a more. I mean, it has been close so far, but we'll come back and hopefully we'll see Crystal maybe win a map or two. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are back after a halftime. Right now, GPAC is up 2-0. And what do you think has been the most influential or kind of game-making thing that GPAC has done to give them the advantage over Crystal?
You know, Rice has really been a strong main tank. Rocco's had amazing bombs. Highlighter, amazing. Hanwei, amazing. Like, Phoenix and Morphwing, they've equally have done amazing things. Phoenix on their Lucio, Morph on BAP. It's hard to pick one particular strength. You know, they all work great.
Yeah, I agree. And oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Wild, could you remind us what the maps are that they can pick?
Yeah, so I was just about to. We have Hybrid next, and we have Kings Row and Eichenwald.
Oh, the good old Scrims Row or Sausage Fest land.
I would much rather watch Kings Row because, I don't know, I have a soft spot for it. I just love playing on Kings. It's just so fun. Like, I'm a Reinhardt player, so I love just being able to rush into the enemy team, just start swinging, not have to worry about too much. And I personally just, I don't know, not a huge fan of Eichenwald. I think aesthetically it's very pleasing, but I always just seem to lose on that map, so I kind of have a vendetta against it. So I think I'd rather watch Kings here.
You know, after watching a Hanamura, I'm actually going to be in favor of Kings Row over Eichenwald. Eichenwald having that little choke spot, it's kind of boring. It requires a strong push to be able to make it through. And we just watched teams struggle through Hanamura on both sides, you know, some more successfully than others. And I would much rather see Kings Row where you have a much higher rotation. And it looks like the teams agree with me. Hasis announced Scrims Row. I love Scrims Row compared to Eichenwald in this
me
position
too.
Only. I don't like Scrims Row otherwise.
Really? I really like this map. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's calming to me. It's a very calm map. Not too much going on. It's bleak colors. Looks cool.
Okay, that's fair. Like visually, not a lot's going on, but again, this comes down to my bias for scrims. We played Kings Row every single scrim for 3 months straight almost during meta or brawl meta, and I was in Lucio Gel, and I was over it.
Yeah, I have to say, whenever I scrim with my team, we nearly always play this map. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't know why. I just hate Eichenwald. I just can't play that map. I hate it.
I love Eichenwald so much. There's so much fun boop potential. Even
that's true.
If you're doing, true. And you know, a lot of my opinions are completely based off the fact that I'm a main support, and I love the pharmacy on Eichenwald. I have the love for Echo Mercy. I have the love of Lucio booping people off of bridges. It's just a whole lot of fun. We have our prediction in. Who will win the second game?
You mean third? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was saying they've voted off of the second. So I'm either we release that late or that. Okay. So
we have a rating from both teams, by the way. We do have a rating from both teams. So we're gonna hop in here. Sorry, Laura, go ahead.
No, you're fine. You definitely have to remind you can vote and win match points. Now you're wondering, well, what does match points kind of give me? You know, if you do enough, you can actually come and cast with me in Wild. You know, I don't know if you guys know that. or you can apply it to a future map. There's also that for a tier 3 subscription, you can come and hang out with us for a map or two.
Yeah, both very fun options. We've had some funny guests come in the past, I will say. Especially when me and Laurel were casting on, I believe it was Blizzard World. I think we had a pretty funny guest come in.
Yeah, he just shit off the opponent. It didn't matter. They're all shitters to him.
That's hilarious, but yeah. Go ahead, drop a tier 3 subscription if you want to come cast. Really easy, pretty fun. But yeah, we're going to be seeing Ryan Zari here on both sides. Again, not really anything that I wouldn't expect. We see the Lucio back on one side and the loose. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to repeat some of what Wild said. He was just doing the support lineup of Phoenix and Morph being on their things, their normal picks. I did see T-Wolf on Somber for a second, and I got really excited. He did switch back to Junk and see Jesus on Hanzo, who we haven't seen on yet. So I'm excited to see him on Hanzo. Jesus' Widow, wasn't bad. Not a whole lot coming out. Highlighter on Doom, dropping back into the back line of Crystal Drip. Lucio coming around. That is much better now, Wild.
I apologize. Yeah, Rice has an early kill.
Go ahead.
Alright, sorry. Yeah, Highlighter's going to get, I think, 3 here. This duo on defense on King's Row really isn't something that we see too often, but it seems to be working so far. He's 75 ult already, as is Rice.
Now Rice must be really hungry. He went all the way to spawn with that charge, saying, get out of here. I'm a steaming bolt of Rice. Excuse me for that alarm. Mama just got off of work.
I didn't hear a thing. Alright, so we're going to be, Xerok is going to be coming into here, trying to block the shatter from Rice. Let's see if he can do it. They're going to be giving him free point here, which is a little bit strange, but this corner is one that you play a lot. The window comes out on side of Crystal. They're going to be able to zone them out. They're going to have to play this little hotel room here. However, I say that, they're going to be trading 2 for 1. Big grab, a really early grab there for Rocco. Charge out about getting a team kill.
Hello.
Yeah. Quite amazing, Wild. Your mic did break up quite a bit, but just to summarize, a huge grab came out, and then Shatter just really cleaned it up. Rice just standing there, getting topped off. Doesn't have a care in the world. Doesn't care about the Lucio spam, who's really far up from his team, surprisingly. No one's capitalizing on it. They're holding back behind Hotel. Why are you so angry indeed, Sky? They are trying to push to the point. Shatter coming out, Immort coming up. Both Immorts down now. Not really getting a whole lot. T-Wolf getting rid of the immortality. Pushing GPAC back to through arches. We just lost Wild. So you guys have to do with this. Tire coming out by T-Wolf, baiting it up the wall. Fire Flash able to get rid of it. GPAC pushing back towards point, trying to contest. Highlighter getting a few picks, but just doesn't keep up to T-Wolf. T-Wolf getting Phoenix, Rice, and Morph down. Metal cleaning up the last with Highlighter. They're able to secure the point. Canucks looks like he's going to be on cart duty for a short little while. Now Lucio going up scouting for his team. I believe that is Sky. He is not so angry now. Welcome back, Wild. Let's see if we have our good old friend Wild here. Roko is far, far up towards their team, trying to protect their McCree, hearing Junk up top. T-Wolf is an opponent. You don't want him to get on the off angles. You don't want him to get tricky angles. Rice pushing forward, grab coming out by Metal, forcing B coming out, and a huge shatter by Rock, just annihilating the entire team. That lamp wasn't really needed, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Everybody's already dead. A team kill.
Am I a little bit? I'm sorry about that. I'm a little bit clearer now. Am I doing all right?
I think you're doing much better, Wild. You're back with us.
I apologize for that. But yeah, a huge shatter from Xerok there. I was back in time to see that humongous shatter. They kind of just rolled over point B here. Really not too much of a contest. However, it looks like GPAC are going to want to contest this right now with actually a good decision. Meteor Strike comes out. does kill the McCree, but a Meteor, High Noon comes out. Meteor Strike is going to be coming out from the Doofus. There's going to be a Shatter on the side of Rice, not too much to get. The Sound Mirror is running so much health on the side of Crystal. I mean, and Highlander is going to be going down here. It's not looking very good for GPAC.
Yeah, you know, the card does get contested at 1.5 meters towards point. Phoenix is just dancing around on high ground and is able to be cleared up by Jesus ultimately. You know,
yeah, that was a big barrier coming out from the sky. Sorry.
For sure.
Big barrier coming from the sky there. I mean, they knew Phoenix didn't have his because they had used it for the grab last fight, so they kind of were able to use it to engage, and they did it perfectly. I mean, that was the massive barrier.
Now we have T-Wolf emoting on top point, putting a trap down to protect their team from, you know, flanks. Tire coming out, of course, saw that happening. Getting picked by the Fab. Pace is picking up Rice.
Gonna go down right away, and this is just dire situation for Jeep. Again.
Yeah, we have
right now,
Highlighter.
Gonna try to touch card.
And Lucio seems to be trying to eye and trying to get that last little boop in. Does successfully get T-Wolf, which is huge. Doesn't seem to be really able to get much else going on. Moira is holding on for her life, goes down by the hands of Jesus. Grab getting Roko and Rice down. Ultimately, they do fall. Baby's trying to survive from best. Lucio just pooping around, and ultimately, oh, well, Phoenix is back for the touch and was booped at the last second away. More just barely out of reach.
Score.
Yeah, it was a good boot by Phoenix there. But I mean, he was 80. He was so close to getting that sound barrier up. He was 82 to it, and the High Noon by Jesus was able to kill him before he was able to get that up. If he was able to get that up, I think that they might have had it for the grab. They might have been able to outlive that Graviton Surge and just get the stall up. Because it was a good boot by him to make it a potential 5v6 if they get 6 people. But it was a good High Noon there for Jesus to zone out.
Yeah, it could have gone in their favor for sure. You know, that one cheeky kill kind of snowballed it from second point to capping, and I think that was ultimately what all happened, you know. So we don't have a whole lot of differences. We do have a Widow on Hanwei now, Highlighter on McCree, you know, T-Wolf still on his good old trusty junk, and we have Jesus on McCree. Now, I don't want to hate on Jesus. Their McCree is fine. I was expecting, you know, I don't know, I was expecting a Widow for some reason. Look how far forward Crystal is holding. They're all by the bus. They're holding. Well, now they're backing up. They're holding really far forward. Jump, putting a trap right out of spawn doors.
5, 4.
Yeah, and with this junk, this choke's gonna be more annoying to get through than it was probably for Crystal. But they're in his will here. How are you gonna pick? Let's see if Highlighter, who's looking on the McCree thus far, can actually get a picture on Widow, just give him that early advantage.
Yeah, Highlighters have been a great hit skin all along, and so I have faith in their Widow's potential.
Justice ain't
They did make the switch to McCree, which makes sense. You know, if you don't get an early pick off, it's wise to switch off.
Yeah, we see aggression coming onto the point here. Bizarro is going to be used for both sides. Rice is going to be falling low. They're going to be playing aggressive into him. Zero is so healthy. He's just playing up. The immortality field comes out. Provides enough sustain for them just to, again, keep playing aggressive. Zero, as I say that, though, was very, very low. He is going to be going down. Rice is at full health, almost to a shatter. I think he pops it as soon as he gets it, but he is playing very aggressive. Back down to half health. He has the immortality does save him, and he does get 2 with the shatter, and that's going to open this point right up for GPAC. Now that garage door Fab, you know, almost could have put it in their favor, but that shatter just ruined Crystal Drift completely. Now Roko still does not have their mech. Oh well, I say that, and she instantly went into mech. She's probably going to be holding on cart with Bap a little bit to try to help it push forward. Oh my god, Roko, you keep doing the exact opposite of everything I say. They're pushing all the way up to bookstore. High Noon coming out. They're trying just to zone it and get some cooldowns out of it. Yeah, I mean, that Ryan Shield's almost broken here. The immortality's out, but Rice does go down, and Rock does have the shatter. He might pop it, he might not. It might not even need it. They're playing it for...
Shatter out by Zero Rock. Penny Roko.
Does that have a Rock?
And just Phoenix is left to be crushed in the corner. The rest of GPAC holding back to spawn door. Yeah, Wild, unfortunately everybody watching us. We're just having some technical difficulties. A bomb coming out by Roko, getting the rock, which is going to be huge. Grab on the car doesn't really do much in the favor of Crystal Drip. Roko pushing forward, and they just clean up. Someone forgot the card. Thank you, Morphing, for jumping back as a support. That almost always happens to me. It's left to the BAP and Lucio's. Now, GPAC is pushing all the way forward. Rice is almost to, second point corner. Ryan pushing forward back, saying, hey, buddy, you're not going to get this space. Crystal Drip pushing Rice back, trying to see an opening. Rice does have Shatter now, and I'm expecting to see a big juicy Shatter again. His shield going down, which puts his team in a compromised position, knowing that Jesus does... Excuse me, I switched that team around. I thought Highlighter had his ult. That's an interesting Death Blossom on the half of Hanwei. It really giving him the momentum to push back the team. Everyone pushing all the way back to spawn. GPAC, just incredible amount of aggression. That lamp is not going to save anybody, unfortunately. Sky getting a beautiful boop on Hanwei. Baby Diva getting D-Max right to the hole. Now, GPAC was smart and pulled back. Kind of gave up all that space that they claimed, but they're stronger for it. Crystal Drip does have the upper hand in ult. They have everything on the board, and they will have that Shatter before too long. Ryan, you can just tickle them, they can Shatter. Window coming out, grab, holding Death, Rocco, High Noon, not catching anybody, but almost breaking Ryan's shield. Hanwei trying to see an opening on the top, about to drop down. Rock getting a huge fire strike through the entire team, cleaning it up. Still doesn't get to push very far, but ultimately both teams aren't on the cart. Cart's not moving very much. T-Wolf is already back, and Roko's saying adios, amigos. Thanks, Phoenix. I'm not so angry anymore. Roko's doing, Zero Rock is doing a great job of holding this corner, not allowing GPAC to make any space. Shatter doesn't really get much, except Lamp, which can be an improvement, for stability. Sorry, trying to take an off angle, not able to really catch anything. Metalhead has been known to have some pretty cheeky grabs, and doing plays like that will make the other team think you have a grab. Rice pushing forward, trying to give his McCree Highlighter space, but I hope we do see T-Wolf hanging in the window. Yep, his tires come out, his Notorious tires, getting shot down by Roko, it looks. Oh, no, excuse me, Morphwing got the tire down. T-Wolf still able to take down the Highlighter. Shatter getting nobody, both bubbles coming out. Z-Rock coming back, but Hayway doing Blossom getting picked by Jesus. Rice pushing forward, almost without his team, without a care in the world, trying to get something accomplished. Noon coming out, breaking Rice's barrier, which is going to hurt. Window coming out by Morph. Ultimately gets picked by T-Wolf. T-Wolf getting Rice as well, and it looks like Crystal Drip is going to be able to hold this. I see you, Lucio. I see you back, Cabin. Oh, and Sky, who always has this wherewithal to know that somebody's touching. That would have been so satisfying. Hanwei pushing forward. Oh, Lalo, you're back.
Okay.
Hello, buddy.
I've tried everything I can. If this doesn't work, then I give up. So
that is okay, buddy.
Let me know. Let me know if I start doing it again. If I do, then I'll just stop. But I tried everything I could. So
of course, they are starting another team fight, and my voice would love to break.
I got it. Rice here is going to be having the Shatter coming up, but Metal's going to be using this grab really soon. It's going to get a lot of immortality forced out on the side of GPAC, and Crystal here is going to be able to clean up quite well. I mean, last time I checked, GPAC was rolling through point B, and now they're not looking too good.
Yeah, it's been kind of disappointing that they had this great, huge momentum, and they just can't seem to get past this second point. They had so much aggression that they...
Sorry to interrupt you, but this junk is hiding behind him. They don't see him. He's going to be going for his tire here.
Yeah, T-Wolf's been able to do cheeky hiding.
Oh, no. Oh, he gets two.
Oh, yep.
this point. It was a 1-for-2 trade, and that was a nice little cheeky Junkrat spot. Haven't seen that.
Yes, Team Wolf has been known for these hidey holes all round, pretty much hiding where Sky is right now, hiding where Morphwing is. You know, he's just been the king of hiding. Now all of GPAC together.
See an early window come out, the Fox like is gonna be able to kill. The Ryan does go down though. His barriers come out on both sides. Rice does go for a shadow, does get a kill on the ground. Is kind of successful. Han's gonna be picking up one with his Hans. Oh my gosh. Lucius obviously environmental kill on King's Row onto this Ash. It's huge. T-Wolf as well kills this Reinhardt. And it's just, I mean, it's looking dire here for GPAC. I mean, at best they play for a draw right now, and even then, that was looking shaky. Rocco is gonna be coming up on this ground. He needs to get it soon before he dies. Window is gonna be out as well. Phoenix is gonna be the one just kind of dancing around point to get so they get this damage out. Overtime, timer is ticking down. Highlander does get the kill onto T-Wolf. Can Rocco get this big grab? It is a humongous grab. They don't have the immortality for it to look like, so all they do at the very end, it's a very good patient immortality field, but the Rhine still goes down. Immortality is going to be kind of rotating in the middle there, but Creed's going to be flashing this Reinhardt. He's going to be getting a kill there, but Rice is going to find two before he goes out. The need to kill is Lucio, because Lucio is so good at stalling. Now T-Wolf's going to be on this point, on the junk. It's just going to be him. Ryan is coming back, but I do not think he can touch. It's going to be about, yeah, that's it. That's going to be round.
Now, I have to say is, you know, we spoke in previous matches, especially Ilios, where GPAC's aggression kind of got the best of them. They overextended the tank lines to push for it, and I think ultimately that's what happened for, you know, second point to final push. They pushed so far forward of the payload, and no one was pushing payload, and so all of the space that they had taken up was completely wasted because no one had pushed the cart forward. And then by the time they had regrouped, cart was pretty much at spawn or at second point again. That was an amazing hold though, able to, you know, pretty much peel it off to 0-0 when they pretty much rolled through first and second.
Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed I didn't get to see what was going on for about 3 minutes there. Sounds like it was Crystal really coming to their own here and kind of preventing GPAC from running over them like they did on point A and kind of point B. But now GPAC is in this tough situation where you have to play for a draw. I mean, it's demoralizing. You worked all that time, you were able to get the complete, you worked so hard on this map, and you're like, oh, we can only get a draw now.
You know what a draw does get you though? Another map.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, GPAC, even if Crystal does win this, GPAC is going to be, I mean, yeah, GPAC is going to be up 2-0. I mean, GPAC will be up. They're 2-0 or 2-1. So Crystal really here needs to take this map pick to kind of sway the momentum back in their favor in the series.
Yeah.
They seem to be on some point, which I haven't seen very often. Metal Machine's gonna be stunned by the flashing. Immediately woken up. Wright's is so low. Wright has 87 to shatter. They need to give him up. The bat goes down really early. Wright's gonna be pinning onto point with the Zarya bubble. He's gonna be alive still. Does get the kill onto the Ryan. His 1 HP. It's gonna hurt so much. He had 92 to shatter. It's an absolutely scrappy fight, but that favors the offense in this case scenario. It doesn't even look like it's gonna matter. That's gonna be a very, very fast sim teleport strategy from Crystal. I did not expect that in the slightest.
Well, and this is what I was hoping to see. I wanted Crystal to in something.
Play of the game.
And it was impressive. We did not want them to come to a draw.
Yeah, a draw is just a bit boring, to be honest, and I think we all would rather have a close competitive series than have one team run away with it. And now we are at the point where it is 2-1. And we're going to be going into a pure payload map, either Gibraltar or Rialto.
You know, I love both of these maps pretty equally. I have a soft spot for Rialto, though. It's a map that not a lot of teams play.
We're playing on. Well, we're on Rialto, so quick decision. I actually like this map a lot too. I like Gibraltar as well. But both these maps would have been good with me. However, it's a quick pick on the Rialto. So yeah, we have to see here. Do you think Crystal here? Do you think they start on the defense or the offense?
You know, just for our sakes, I kind of hope they start on the attack so we don't have to swap them again. But
yeah,
but you know, I think any team who doesn't take the upper hand of starting on defense is kind of shooting themselves in the foot. I think if you do attack first and you get boomed, your defense is going to go really, really badly. And they are staying on attack.
Oh, thank the Lord himself. They are going to be staying on attack.
Yeah, offense, yeah. So
Okay.
that's just us being lazy casters. But, from a standpoint, I wonder what the reasoning is. They have an extremely strong, aggressive team, and maybe they're hoping to boom the other team by just rolling them.
Yeah, a lot of the times, if you see a team pick offense first, it's because they have something specific that they want to run, that they've been practicing, that they want to catch the other team off guard with, that it might be ruined a little bit if they're on the defense first. So this is probably what I would like to see Crystal kind of run out with something a little bit more interesting, a little bit more unique to kind of catch GPAC off guard.
So sorry, I had to wrap something up for work. I do think so. Like for that quick Rialto, that they have been practicing Rialto nonstop in their scrims. Some teams favor one more than the other for whatever reason. For GPAC doing Rialto so fast, that makes sense. Knowing Highlighter, knowing Hanwei, and knowing Rock, who plays D.Va quite successfully and's gotten good bombs. Rialto has cheeky bomb, arches that you can shoot through and over.
Yeah, they do. We have an R from GPAC. We're just waiting on Crystal. I think we wait one person. But yeah, I mean, Rialto is another map where these, especially on point B, we could really see maybe some snipers come out. I mean, personally, I've seen a lot of some Ash and Widowmaker. Oh, yeah, so we do have R's from both teams, so we are going to be hopping right in. But yeah, I am hoping to see maybe a Widowmaker or Ash here.
Their
Welcome
Ash
to
was
reality.
successful. I mean, yeah, Phoenix and Sky's been booping the snipers around like mad crazy, so it might not be the best
Initiating match.
position long term to be on sniper, but it would be fun to see them stretching their sniper skills again because they've been switching off of snipers so fast. Now, Hanwei was on Hanzo for quite a while at last point, and I think that is what ultimately gave GPAC that kind of push to go forward, because that one hit check from a Hanzo or a Widow or an Ash is really what you need to get through pretty much your spawn door being right next to you.
For battle.
Yeah, and we do see a Widowmaker at the start, however, this is unfortunately probably just for an opening pick. And on the side of GPAC, I mean, this is just meta right here. It's Ryan D.Va, McCree May, Lucio Val. I mean, it's very, very standard. Absolutely no surprises on that side.
Yeah, which is...
I would be sorry about that. I would be surprised to see this Soldier come out, though. We haven't seen a ton of Soldier recently.
Yeah, high-level play, you're absolutely right. I am a little saddened to see, the really common Brawl European style right now out of GPAC. I was hoping for something a little more fresh and fun being Rialto, because Rialto allows you to play, fun comp.
Well, he was back on his signature Junkrat. Why would he ever get off? And
I hope someone's watching Phoenix, because we know he's going to get a cheeky boop.
Yeah, he's like half health. Alright, he hasn't been able to get a boop, but he does get out of his life. So it's all good. I mean, again, this is pretty standard for both teams. The only exception is the Junk instead of the May, but yeah, this is both very, very standard for both these teams. This is what we've seen so far in the series.
Yeah, we've established that T-Wolf's Jump is his comfort pick, it is his master pick. There's nothing wrong with being a Jump.
Yeah, true. And it's been a hell of a lot of fun to watch him play Junk here. But yeah, it's going to be a poke battle here. This May might be trying to look for a wall, trying to wall off this Ryan or Lucio. The Lucio goes for a boop, doesn't get too much. We're kind of just waiting and idle here. I mean, Rice almost has this shatter. We'll probably boop it. A window does come out. Fire Spike does not get much, but there is going to be a rotation to behind. They don't notice them right away. The wall does come out. Doesn't get exactly what they want, but is able to split them enough to kill this Junkrat. A good Fire Strike on the side of Rice. And from here, I think they probably just slow play this and wait for the Junkrat to come back.
Yeah, they just don't have the spam without T-Wolf being there. Heights does have his noon shatter coming out, getting Sky and knocked down.
It was a good counter shatter coming out from Xerox, but they both ended in no kills. And if you're on defense, I think you're okay with taking that trade. Because, I mean, you're trading ultimates, the card stays where it is. You don't really care too much about that. Highlighter's gonna be having his high noon, but so does High. So we're gonna have to see here. He's gonna pop it first. Highlighter does pop it first. He's really not in an amazing position to use it. However, he does kill the Zarya, which is huge. She was 60 to grab.
Yeah, and that's going to give them, not the greatest Canucks has to use Lamp to save himself from Highlighter, who is on the high ground. Nox is able to get away. Rux, well, I should say fortunately, was able to back up despite the wall being right behind him.
We do see an aggressive play coming out here, though, from GPAC. I mean, I thought they might have tried to push up on that bridge. I've seen it before in order to kind of just get like a close hold situation going, but it turns out they are going to immediately bat. Oh, Phoenix. Oh, no, it's tragic. Going for a boop and just die. That is tragic.
The risk you have to, manage to lose to is if you get too far forward. Blizzard and High Noon coming out. What a crazy combination of things happening on both teams.
Yeah, really not. I mean, they're gonna win this fight, but I mean, the ults really weren't insanely effective. I mean, you really didn't see any High Noon kills, any kills off of the freezes from the Blizzard. It was kind of just, they were just good zoning ults, and they kind of forced GPAC back and made them use resources, and now it's, I don't even know if they're gonna go to touch here. It looks like they are gonna be going for a touch. However, this Bass is gonna be first dead, and the Lucio's on card again, goes down instantly. This Diva will be contesting, gonna try to get out with her life. Oh, no. Yep, Sky with another environmental kill. Into the river she goes.
Yeah, these losers are just on fire tonight. It looks like Nox is on cart duty, like a good BAP he is. GPAC already pushing up to stairs. They don't take any time at all to take the space away from T-Wolf.
Absolutely, you want to be able to control this high ground here. It's pretty important. And yeah, now GPAC has this high ground advantage. The McCree can spam down. He's going to be using High Noon, and he does get the other McCree. Immortality comes out. So that is with, big E from Rocco. However, their Ryan was just hammered off the map by the other Ryan. Oh my goodness, a great E from Rocco, but a huge, and then Shatter puts him onto the ground, and with his hammer, he actually forces him off the map.
Yeah, he was shattered onto the gondola, and then weird physics allowed him to be pushed into the water, and it was amazing. I was actually surprised Diva herself didn't get pushed in as well, because she was kind of in that weird bug spot that sometimes happens on that spot by the gondola.
I was a bit shocked there. I wasn't expecting that. This is a normal Earth Shatter, and then he just was able. The Ryan hammer also does push a little bit, so I'm sure that helped. But it's a bomb engage here. The bomb goes in. Ryan pins in. They're gonna be able to get two here on the side of GPAC. Phoenix gets two with the boop, not even environmental. It's a regular boop, and yeah, that's gonna be it. It's just gonna be a team fight right there using the bomb.
Yeah, and Sky is running for his dear life, and Diva I think is chasing Sky. Let me see.
Yeah.
Sky.
However,
he is able to get out.
With the try about Highlighter and Rocco to try to stop that, but he's able to get out. I mean, you're gonna be happy with that if you're GPAC. You won that fight off just the bomb there. I mean, you didn't use anything else. You're coming up on Earth Shatter, High Noon again. Highlighter's been charging these things so fast, and will support ults. But let's say that entire thing coming out is gonna be going all the way around above the roof. I don't think they know where it is. Oh, the back jumped in the air. Oh, and he's gonna be taken down by the unfortunate. The Earth Shatter's big though on the side of Rice. He doesn't get too much. Sky's able to burst him down. They're gonna be two outside of GPAC. High Noon comes up from behind from Highlighter. Doesn't get anything with that, but does pick up one kill on Aces. This is technically winnable on the side of GPAC. The mech for Rocco will go down, but I think that they're just trying to buy time for this Ryan to get back, and if they give it maybe 5 more seconds, they can maybe get a semi-important team fight off here.
That looks like it. They were able to push forward. Feed coming out. Soda's window.
When Xerac falls pretty low, they have the Immortality, and the Reaper putting up a lot of damage from behind with the window. The window on the side of Crystal does come out. It's not in a super good position, but however, the Shatter from Xerac is going to be putting Rice on the ground. Rice still very healthy. A big Blossom comes out. It's able to get the McCree, but he's trade, but then again, Xerac is going to fall into a fire strike from Rice. More friendly picking up a kill of his own, and it seems like GPAC might stabilize here.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, the staggering that happened for Crystal Drift. They were able to come back, but so was Rice. Rice was there.
Yeah, it was a good stall on the side of Rocco and the Reaper Hanway as well. Just kind of biding their time, maybe stalling out car a little bit, waiting to get a semi-decent engage, and they ended up getting a lot more than I think they bargained for. I'm not sure that they're going to win that fight. I mean, they did sound barrier to make the initiation that much easier, but good patience by GPAC and good stalling on the side of Rocco and Hanway.
That baby divas are not useless characters. Remember, divas, when you're D-Max, you are still a character and you can still stall. T-Wolf sneaking around. Where the hell did he come from?
It's an early bomb. Destroys Immortality field. The High Noon comes in from Highlighter, as well as Heist. Heist is going to win that High Noon duel. And a huge grab coming out from Metal Machine. I didn't even realize it until a second after. So it's in the crease, but a huge grab comes out. I believe it gets 4, and that's just going to be a team wipe and point B for Crystal.
Yeah, that was a very insane sequence. I saw T-Wolf walking up. I expected a tire to come out from nowhere, and he just walked up and was like, "Hi guys," and then boom grab, boom shatter. It was a fun sequence.
Yeah, a lot of ults being popped there on both teams, but Crystal has only about a minute here to push this into point C. Rice playing very aggressive here, being forced to back up a little bit. It's really getting hard punished. It's a big shatter from Xerox. He's gonna force Rice to the ground as well. Some people in the back. Kongs is actually gonna get 2, and as well as Heights picks up the bath. And now I think it's gonna be a little bit dangerous for GPAC. I mean, this car's gonna be keep moving. They're really not gonna have time for a full reset here.
Really, they've caused such a stagger because they killed people in such a way that it's going to force them to wait a long time or stagger purposely. T-Wolf coming down with the tire. Let's see who he grabbed.
Phoenix kills him though. Phoenix is able to kill T-Wolf while he's in the tire form. The B was able to save Phoenix, I believe, from that tire killing. The counter B comes out from Crystal, and Rice is going to be falling down. It is now a 5-on-5. There's no Ryan on the side of GPAC, which is more significant. Pace is going to be able to kill Reaper here. A high noon from a highlighter could be big. The mech goes down, but highlighter also doesn't get anything. Xerox is going to be able to kill this auto suit pretty freaking quickly, and let's see if they can even run it down to 0 seconds. They might not even be able to get 0.
3 seconds in the bank. What an impressive turnaround. I had faith that Crystal Drip was going to be able to push this. They proved time and time again that they are able to kick ass. They are ready to push cart.
Yeah, and we're really seeing a resurgence here from Crystal because they went down 0-2 and it really wasn't looking too great for them. Even though those 2 maps weren't one-sided or anything, not in any means, but they were definitively in GPAC's favor. However, on Kings Row and Rialto, they have come back and honestly, when they've been starting on this offense, they've honestly looked better.
Yeah, I think this comes down from both teams are super aggressive. You know, their defenses are strong, but I think their offenses are stronger. And, you know, maybe them getting the Kings Row map gave them the mental boost they needed because it hasn't been completely in GPAC's favor. You know, they have been close matches constantly. And so Crystal Drip just needed a slight improvement of mental gain, a little bit more focus, and this series could still be theirs.
Yeah, absolutely. This can definitely go either way for sure. I mean, like I said, like the first 2 rounds definitely went to GPAC, but not in a super definitive way. I mean, we could tell that they were clearly playing a little bit better, but Crystal was really hanging in there the entire time. And there's with a couple, I think with a couple of adjustments, maybe like a tweak to when to push on the gas pedal, maybe when to push on the brakes. But it seems like Crystal's kind of found their groove here, and they're able to kind of force themselves back into the series.
T-Wolf getting picked off quick by Highlighter, which is going to really hurt the team. Xerox getting walled off, but able to squeeze out.
Yeah, they're going to be down already. However, the tanks on the side of GPAC are kind of low. They're not able to push this too great until they get healed up. They're still both half. Phoenix is going to be able to kill his counterpart Sky, which is again very massive, but he will be back fast. Rice is going to be low still, so they can't really push. They're kind of waiting. Highlighter just kills T-Wolf again. T-Wolf really getting nothing done so far on this defense, as Rice plays aggressive here with the Mei, and they're able to team wipe here. I mean, I don't think there's any single person that's going to be able to live.
Yeah, that is why I was so excited to see a Widow, because Rialto is a great Widow map. You know, the corners, you know, a lot of people will argue against me with the corners don't make it super Widow friendly, but there's so many hiding holes for Widows to hang into, and Widow is proving, Highlighter is proving a buy.
If he switches to the Widow, it's a pick. Oh, they don't touch though. Rice, he hits 2. Hayes is gonna find 3 headshots, but it's so tragic that they didn't touch point. This would have been theirs. Oh no. It was a heroic effort from Mises there, but really just not enough in the end.
Yeah, now Lucio trying to disrupt Hasis because he's like, stop bullying my team. Xerox able to, you know, get Roko out.
As Phoenix here is found himself in quite a sticky situation. He's trying to ride these walls and get out, and the enemy team knows he's there. I think they're gonna leave him just for now. because this is too much work to deal with them. But Highlighter wins the Whittle duel, and Rice wins that Ryan duel by blocking that Shatter. Not wins the duel, but proves his dominance by blocking the Shatter. Sky boops someone off the map, but it's huge. The grab is also massive on the side of Crystal. Good job by Metal Machine. They did use a lot of ults there where they are able to hold.
Yeah, they're able to boop off Morphwing, and as soon as you lose your BAP, the team is going to go in the other team's favor. Your BAP is all of your sustain with your immortality and AoE healing. It was just an early fight because of Sky's strategic boops. You know, both of these Lucios, oh my fucking god!
Yeah, just a lot of back and forth between these Lucios. You really can't complain about either one. But a lot of ults being committed there on the side of Crystal. GPAC is in a window early. This Fire Strike's not even a final one. Sky gets another environmental kill. Xerox has Shatter again. It doesn't seem to find too much. As GPAC is able to get the major advantage here. They're holding on to their beat as well after Sky just is there. So massive, but I think that Xerox finds two somehow. Not sure how that happened. They're gonna get the whole point for now, but Rocco's gonna be able to find Xerox. And as soon as they kill the Zarya here, they can advance this card.
Yeah, and they're just letting Zarya pull back. They don't need to risk dying, because they, you know, GPAC knows the cart is their life. They can be aggressive as they want, and they've learned from King's Road not to push too far forward off of that cart. It doesn't matter if you get the space and the cart doesn't.
And here GPAC has such a large advantage. Like, they on the side of Crystal, they have nothing. They just quite literally have nothing except for this site, which doesn't even matter. They can engage with Beat if they want, they engage with Bomb, they have so many different engages. The Blizzard is going to be what they choose to engage with, however, it doesn't get too much, and Heist actually gets a pick onto the Lucio early. The Shatter and Bomb don't get anything, it's they're just throwing these ultimates out without even really a plan. Xerox is able to find a decent Shatter, both Ryan's going to be traded, but I couldn't understand why they just threw out those ultimates like that.
Yeah, I feel like the Blizzard could have been better saved for the actual corner point where the contesting can happen. You know, it was successfully used as a zoning tool because, you know, Rice had to turn around and charge out. Or excuse me, Rock had to turn around and charge out. But it could have been saved for the contest area. But, you know,
no one
who are
can
we to
hide
argue? They have
from
the
my
corner,
sight.
you know?
True, and now this light's being popped in for GPAC, as we saw earlier. For Crystal, they were already popped, but GPAC, the tire coming out here, probably from behind. The back realizes it's probably gonna come for him. The immortality goes down. He is able to live, but as he does that, he was looking around for the tire, but he lets his team die around him. As Ryan and Lucids go die early there in that fight.
Yeah, Hases cleans up Highlighter on the bridge. Not really allowing that Widow to stay alive, even though she was nowhere near the team fight, nowhere near the cart.
Yeah, and like I said, like, just as GPAC had the advantage about 2 fights ago with all those ults, I mean, it's kind of flipping on them a little bit. I mean, they still have the sound barrier. They haven't used that sound barrier yet, and Sky has already built up to another one. It kind of feels like they could have used it by now, and maybe up to like maybe 70 or 60 to another one.
Yeah, I feel like Phoenix is holding on to it because of the grab. Here comes the grab out. Beat's still being held on.
Yep. And Sky, I think it's because they were down the McCree there early. I mean, if you're down one, I think that it's okay for GPAC to take this loss. I mean, they've got to die here though. They can't be fouled. They use the immortality here. Now, if BAP dies, that's just tragic. They really just need to get out with their lives. That is very important. Or else they're gonna be so stalled. As I say that, Hanwei picks up the Lucio on one side, and the Widow duel is won by Highlighter. Han with the DPS on the side of GPAC absolutely going off. So it's gonna be, I think, 4 kills coming out. Almost, that's 5 right there.
Yeah, Hanwei is leading on the board.
Yeah, so Junk being the only one that runs away. So, I mean, they do have this barrier. Teams have barrier, and on the side. Oh wait, they just got it. I'm sorry. I thought they were gonna go for a contest there. I can't believe they did. I thought they were going to, but I was wrong.
Yeah, Phoenix was pushed very far forward. Gave quite a opening before the team could really touch it.
Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of wasn't paying. I was kind of looking at nice pretty ocean, but we see T-Wolf get a pick here early, so it's again just kind of a reset for GPAC. Really not able to be able to do too much. And Heist, it's actually fine. This tire going to be coming out is going to try and find this BAP, probably destroys the immortality field. And yeah, the BAP does end up going down after it, and most likely the rest of GPAC will go down as well.
Yeah, Sky securing that kill after Junk chase him down with the tire. You can hear the shots from Widow.
Phoenix has to live here though. Oh, Phoenix dies. That's tragic. Oh,
Phoenix
so
gets
close.
out.
So low.
Yeah.
Oh, he was so low though. I mean, if you're GPAC, I wouldn't mind that too much. They use a couple ultimates there. I mean, you can take the reset if you need to. It's mainly just for. I mean, the time off the clock sucks, but I mean, yeah, they did use I think 2 ultimates, so I mean, I have to accept that.
Yeah, GPAC has their entire ult lineup right now. You know, Ryan just has to sneeze and he's gonna get his shatter out. Grab coming down, almost getting T-Wolf, but the beat coming out and saving him.
Oh, Heinun is able to pick off the Lucio, and Conway kind of coming into his own on this McCree. We haven't seen much McCree from him. I think the highlighter was the McCree player, but he's looking pretty damn good on it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, you know, maybe we should have seen Hanwei on McCree sooner.
Not to say that highlighter's been playing bad though. I think highlighter's been a great McCree,
oh,
but
yeah.
Hanwei here has been looking really good as well. So who knows?
Hanwei made incredible plays on Reaper, on May. No hate to highlighter either.
Yeah, so we are at shatters from both sides, a window and a beat. Again, they're probably going to initiate with this beat, knowing they have no grab. They're going to be actually getting a grab on this fight as well. But the shatter, I think it's canceled. I'm not sure what happened there. Crystal just kind of dominating this fight right now, despite the fact that they have a beat on the side. Phoenix just beat it way too late there. He died. He didn't even get it off. He just canceled.
Yeah, I believe he was stun banged by... because there was a McCree and a Lucio, and he got canceled, and so I believe it was a stun bang, because he also went, oh, like he would when he gets stunned.
Yeah, I think I heard that as well. I mean, I think the shatter on the side of GPAC might have gotten stunned there as well. But, I mean, overall, again, like, look at this. The hammer inside, I think, in the gondola, you're right. This is what sent that Ryan off the map, which is pretty funny, but, I mean, hats off to Crystal for being down 2-0 and coming back into the series in a very major way.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's exciting to watch. It's exciting to cast when fun things happen. Now, I think this has been an amazing series. Nobody has given up. Everybody's been fighting tooth and claw up. And I am just blown away that the gondola pushed that fight in their favor.
Yeah, a little bit of gondola favor there in the side of Crystal. However, this is going to be our tie-breaker map. We're going to be on Lijiang Tower, and Lijiang is just absolutely crazy. Like, there's a ton that can happen on this map. I hope we see some sim personally, but yeah, I mean, regardless of what happens, this will be our last map. You cannot draw on control, so this series will be coming into an end one way or another after Lijiang.
Yes. And Lijiang is one of those maps that teams are going to run whatever they want to run. Now, I have a feeling we are going to see rush from both teams. That's been obviously their comfort picks and their strong picks. Like, don't break something that ain't broken.
Yeah, I think that the Rhine duel has really been something to watch. I mean, they've both had their ups and downs. Yeah, Rice and Xerox, both, I think, performing pretty well. But yeah, I mean, I think this might just come down to DPS lineups because, like I've said, like the back and forth between the tanks has been they've been pretty even, I would say. But I feel like the DPS are really going to be determining like who's dominant in this map because we've seen flashes of all 4 of them be dominant. I think that whoever shows the most dominance in this map will win this entire series.
Yes, I have to agree because
Initiating match.
And you know, I almost hesitate to do that because sometimes GPAC has been too aggressive. They push too far forward, and they are calling for a pause.
Oh.
So I'll just finish my thought there while they pause. So, you know, sometimes they do go too far forward. You know, they forget the carts, they forget their backlines.
Oh, and they're back. Sorry.
Right. Well, that is okay. It just gave us 3 more seconds to pretty much drive home that aggression is a great thing, but having that control, like I think you said it so eloquently at the second point or the second round of Rialto, when to pump the brakes, when to pump the gas, and I feel like Crystal Drip has really settled into that. They have gotten used to the aggression that GPAC has. They know when to push, they know when to hold back, and I think that's why Crystal has been able to turn around and make the series a 2-2 series.
Yeah, it's very close here. I mean, however, if we're talking about aggressiveness, if you're going to be overly aggressive, it might as well be on Lijiang Control Center. I mean, here you kind of just... I prefer the Zari here on this point, if I can be completely honest, just because you know that they're going to be running a junk maybe, but I mean, they're going to get the sim on both sides, and actually Highlighter will be trying junk of his own, not T-Wolf.
Well, this is actually... Okay, well, never mind.
Oh, there he goes. Yep.
They just switched for the TP. Now, of course, GPAC is holding white because they have speed and TP on their side, which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, absolutely. They're gonna keep this in here. The Highlighter's already 80 to tire, which is unbelievable. T-Wolf's gonna be able to kill Hanwei, but Highlighter gets 2 of his own and is gonna have tire already. So I think that third Highlighter showing that he is no slouch on the junk himself, hitting at 3K and getting his tire in like 20 seconds.
Do you think GPAC is the type of teams that believe there's a certain meta for every map? Because where has Highlighter's junk been all night?
I don't know, but I gotta say, so far he looks pretty damn good. It's gonna be an aggressive tire here. I don't think it's been detonated yet. Yes, it has. I think it was destroyed. However, Highlighter does kill Zero here. With Crystal already down their Reinhardt, they really can't run through this choke, and I think they might try to play this aggressive here. Oh, no, yeah, I would recommend against that just because of the Korean jump, but for a second it looked like they were gonna try to play really aggressive, and I thought that would have been interesting.
Yeah, they are going to be going down white server room, which is smart. You know, GPAC does catch on to it, and it's kind of split right now a little bit. Window coming out.
Oh, jeez.
Right?
The 3K fire strike. Absolutely massive. Great combo with the window. My goodness, Rice. I mean, Sheesh is right. I mean, he just said it right. I mean, holy crap. That was just a great play on the side of GPAC. Great coordination.
Yeah, Sky didn't want to be left out. He died. He killed himself.
Yeah, I mean, after that, I mean, it's probably less embarrassing than the way they died, you know? But
now that's interesting. They go down main and speed boost into servers. Tire coming out.
Oh, from Highlighter again. Before the B comes out and kills T-Wolf. Highlighter showing that his jump could potentially be better than T-Wolf's despite T-Wolf being so dominant. The bomb comes out, the pin into it! The pin into the... Oh, what a great pin by Rice. He's been absolutely fantastic in the map.
Oh, I fucking love your bombs, Roko. Contractually obligated Poco bombing.
That was an amazing. I mean, it's a good tire to get from Highlighter before the B come out. Like, great by Rice to pin that Ryan for the triple kill. I mean, that was Highlighter again kills T-Wolf. But oh, they're waiting for the immortality to be broken. No, the tire could be big. The tire does get 2. Hanwei and Highlighter trade out of those. So I believe it is a 4-on-4, 4-on-3 now. Walker's able to kill this Ryan, so it's a kind of a brawl on point. It's gonna. Oh, never mind. Okay, it's gonna be kind of heavily in the favor of Crystal there, which makes sense because they have the ultimates available. But I mean, as we saw, I mean, Highlighter's been dominating T-Wolf thus far in this map.
And smart choice. They know most of their spam is coming at T-Wolf. They know they need to shut that target down early. They know T-Wolf is an impressively strong jump. GPAC already on the point.
Highlighter again kills Sky right off the bat. However, Xerox is going to go Rice here. Despite Rice having a great map, he is playing a little bit too aggressive at times. Highlighter with another tire coming out with a 2. Highlighter has been so incredible this map. The McCree's trying to flank him in the backline. He ends up living. He's gets caught in a trap, and Highlighter is able to kill, I think, 5 that fight. An unbelievable performance from him. It's going to be Lucio on point here, and I'm not sure anybody else can even touch.
Yeah, I almost want to take back all of the praise from T-Wolf, which would not be fair because of the showing that Highlighter just did in one round.
1-0.
Multiple kills, like huge tire plays, traps galore, well played. Highlighter, sorry we ever doubted you.
I mean, I never did, to be fair. I always thought Highlighter was great, but, yeah, I mean...
They doubted me, like...
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh wow, you're going junk? Okay.
But yeah, I mean, a great performance from him, and absolutely carry. I'm going to call it a carry performance, because that was great. I mean, Rice had his plays. Rice had a great couple plays as well, but we're going to be seeing a double sim here, which is pretty expected, because... you can really run the sim here, kind of. I mean, a lot of people might be teleporting out, but you can actually run it into the point, which is actually what Crystal's doing. They run TP into the point, and now they have this bunker setup. It's going to be so hard for GPAC to really come into this.
But yeah, especially with the spam through the turrets and the junk, yeah, it's going to be a stronghold. Oh, and Rock goes down by Highlighter.
Yeah, he actually flashbanged and was able to fall off the map. It's an early kill. They're going to have to destroy these turrets when they want to break into this point, though. They still have point advantage. 5 people on. Augur is gaining up very fast. The Sky gets 2! Huge play from Sky. Oh my goodness.
I expected that to go into GPAC's, favor immediately. Yeah, Sky single-handedly booped them away, really saving that spot Crystal Drip. You know, I have a feeling Li Zhang is going to be one of these maps where we're going to be nail biting the entire time.
Yeah, so far it's been very close. It's pretty risky on this bridge too with the Lucios. However, no one managed to get boost. However, Rice goes down really early. You look at GPAC's health bars, almost their entire team is low. I wouldn't be surprised if Highlander falls here too.
Z-Rock is not. He just does not have a lot of luck with environmentals this season.
Yeah, I mean, Phoenix there does pay for it, but I don't know. I think that was maybe more of a fun move, more of an ego move, saying, I can do this to you. I don't care if I die. But yeah, we're gonna be seeing GPAC coming in here with very little ultimates. They're gonna have High Noon in a window and a barrier coming up.
Which, you know, I'm surprised they continue going through White Room and being such a weak spot for, you know, barrier coming up pretty much to stop the window.
Oh, Rice is low. They have to use the immortality to save him. It's so hard on this point. Rocco's already dead and out of mech. The T-Wolf tire, as I'm gonna start calling it, has killed McCree. And yeah, Xerath is able to get 2 there. I mean, this is kind of this dire situation here for GPAC. I mean, they have one more fight.
Yeah, I saw Phoenix coming around the point going above Z-Rock, and I half expected him to boop Z-Rock in because he was lined up perfectly. He decided to go inside and try to stall a little bit, which I'm not quite sure that decision, but you know what? Phoenix, you do you. You have a masterful strategic mind. Farah now on for Highlighter. Shatter getting...
Yeah, it's a big shatter. And the beat comes out as well. I mean, Rice gets a couple of these shatter, but this is just it. This is going to be a 99-0. This is a Farah and Lucio on point. The grab's going to catch the Lucio. The Farah's going to be going down really fast. Yeah, this is it. This is a 99-0, an absolute roll here.
Now, it makes sense because this map, it's kind of shocking because Control Center, Junk Sim, that is the meta, and that's what Crystal Drip was running on this map, and yet they dominated it on Tower Market. I still see Junk Sim being the choice on Crystal Drip. As far as GPAC, I can see them staying with the Farah, but Highlighter switches to McCree, Hanwei on Sim. You know, I don't hate this lineup. We see Roko going Orisa, which, again, you know, for the sustainability, doesn't hurt, you know, with Fortify, Bongos, all those things can make it go into their favor. We have a lot of craziness happening in our chat, by the way. A lot of love and support.
Thank you, guys.
The card says, die to the turrets. Omega lol.
But yes, and this is, they both teleport onto high ground. T-Wolf immediately kills Phoenix. That hurts so bad. They were just a little bit before them on the point. However, Highlighter is going to be, it's going to be another trade though. Highlighter does kill T-Wolf, but Hanwei is going to go down with that. So, and with this sim advantage again, I think it's probably going to go right to Crystal's favor. I'm not sure if GPAC can even go on to the point.
Yeah, Crystal Point touched it just half a second before GPAC did, and that advantage is enough to allow you to establish your turrets, to establish healing in your favor. All of those things, that half a second is huge. Now, they did get rid of their TP. I wonder if Sim is going to be setting it up somewhere else to help them rotate. GPAC's already back.
Yeah, and again, it's going to be so hard to break into this point. They need to get rid of these Sim turrets. Pretty cool. There's Jean Flink's behind them. They don't see him. He just went away, got a little bit cheeky damage. The window comes out for both teams. Let's see if either of them can find a pick here, and they do. T-Wolf and Heathys both get one onto the tanks of GPAC, but, I mean, traded for the BAP, that's not worth it. You need both of your tanks alive in order to come into this point.
Now, this is such an impressive holding by Crystal Drip. You know, you can tell that they have practice their Sim junk holds, and they're being smart. They're holding back in that little area where, you know, they have the upper hand. You don't want to fight in that little area. That's their kill box.
Yeah, absolutely. We see a high noon coming from Highlighter. Does pick up Sky right away, but T-Wolf with a quad tire. Massive play.
T-tires, let's TM it.
The T-Wolf tire, but he does get a 5k there, actually. He kills 5 people on the team, on the side of GPAC, and again, GPAC's not looking very good, and they're gonna have a shatter and a grab here, but Sky's got this beat, and if this beat is good, then those ultimates get completely negated.
Get ahead. They aren't going lobby every single time. If they go to the edges, they might have been able to do some off angles, get rid of those turrets. They're on point.
An aggressive play. Xerath does shatter 2 people from behind and picks up 2 kills. High skills 2 as well. The beat comes out from Rocco, but there's no one to follow up. He kills GPAC. It is a stall scenario. They're gonna have to go into this sim protected point, and it's gonna be so rough with the TP. And I don't think GPAC can even have a chance here. This jump looks like he's gonna flank and even kill somebody. Who knows? Oh, there we go. Yep, he kills the sim. Not that it mattered, but Crystal has just dominated these last 2 maps, and in a strange turn of events, are about to reverse sweep GPAC, the higher seed.
We wouldn't have predicted it. I don't think chat's predicted it. I don't know if our prediction for 3rd map has come out yet.
And that's it.
What an impressive turnaround. Both teams fought so hard. It really wasn't a close fight until that very last map. And I wonder if the pressure, if the stress came to them, because GPAC had been the top dog, and then all of a sudden they weren't the top dog. And I wonder if that mental played against them. Here's that huge tire quad, and then he turns around and kills 2 more people, if I remember correctly. Yep, there's the Rhino kills. Bye-bye, Rice. But again, amazing play by both teams. You know, with Crystal Drip winning, I can't give it to Sky anymore, even though Sky did amazing environmentals. You know, everybody.
Sky is on. I believe Sky is on Crystal Drip.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying it's like T-Wolf is also on Crystal Drip.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So we gotta figure out our player of the match, and.
You know, we have such an active chat right now. I say let's let chat decide. You know, we
for
pick
sure.
the top 5, I believe. So who are we going to dismiss?
Maybe.
If we're talking, I
Sorry,
feel like Metal Machine. Like, no offense, Metal Machine. You had amazing plays. You backed up your Ryan, but I don't remember anything hell of impressive.
I would say Metal Machine or Noxon. One of those 2. We can knock out one of those 2.
Yeah, I feel like Noxon's Windows, Immorts, you know, those things aren't necessarily as boom impressive, but they turn the tides. Noxon also just stayed alive. But yeah, I'm fine with either one. Our moderator / production can decide which one she would like to kick out, either Metal Machine or Nox. So we have Hasis, not Rice is in there, Z-Rock, Sky, and okay, so we left out Z-Rock, the main tank. So we left out Zoxon and Z-Rock, the tank and the BAP.
Well, I thought Z-Rock did well. I mean, he's not the player of the match for me. It's fine. I mean, Z-Rock played extremely well. I think the Ryan 1v1 was something really to behold. I think that was just a great one-on-one. But yeah, I agree with. I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think it was a great matchup. It's going to be hard. I leave it in the hands of our chat. We've had such an active chat, we might as well take advantage of it. I'm going to go check to see if any of those members are in their chat still, just in case they do get picked. While chat is still voting and thinking through, we can probably start to also think of the most shittiest player, which is just as equally hard, if not harder than most valuable player in this matchup.
I didn't think any one person was even bad. I thought that it was all very close. I really didn't really. No one really stood out to me as being someone that was like worthy of that award.
Who can be most shittiest player? Your internet provider.
Yeah.
Because of the lag or the mic.
Yeah, I live on my college campus, and the Wi-Fi here is not amazing. I DC from ranked games a lot, which is kind of frustrating.
Oh, that is incredibly frustrating, I'm sure.
Yeah. What are you thinking? Who are you thinking of giving it to, Laurel?
You know, I can't, because everyone played so great. So it looks like the
T-Wolf won? Alright, so T-Wolf is our official player of the match. His junk was nasty throughout the entire day. I mean, we doubted him for a single map. On the first part of Lijiang, we doubted him for a single second, and then after that, the last 2, he just absolutely dominated on the junk again. So, hats off to him. I think we're going to get him for an interview. And yeah, I completely agree with that. My second place probably would have been Sky. I thought Sky, with the environmental kills, was just really impactful in the game. Showed that Lucio's really can hard carry if they need to. And at points she did, or he or she did. At point on the last map of Lijiang, I mean, that double boop was just so massive. I'm not talking the last. The second point on Lijiang Tower Gardens, the huge boop was able to get them the first control. And yeah, and here I think we have him here. Wolf, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Yeah, nice.
You looked pretty nasty out there on the Junkrat, and how was that? What were you guys' mindset after going down 2-0? Like, what were you guys talking about?
We were talking a lot about bringing the tournament back because we were very upset about the performance we did in the past. But with the time, we understood that if we really want to win, we can. So we just go for it and win the game.
Nice. And I think this goes without saying, but is Junk your favorite hero? You gotta let us know.
It's pretty new to me because I'm not,
Oh, really?
yeah, I'm not a big Junk player.
Who was your main before Junk?
At the beginning of the game, I was a big hit scan player.
Oh, okay.
And
well,
after that, for the team, I switched to projectile. After that, with the time, I found that I can be good with Junk. I like it. I like him. I found that I can play very well with him. So I just go for it and said that's my character. So let's OTP him. Let's play just that and go with it.
I mean, if you're gonna commit, you might as well commit, right?
I mean, it's almost as if you were born for Junkrat. I mean, we started calling them T-tires instead of junk tires. It was.
Yeah, that's pretty much why I decided to play him and put time into it because I saw that I can play very well with him, so I decided to go with it, and that's all for Junk. I made a lot of mistakes still, but I think I can be better.
Now, I have to say, on Control Tower, we were a little concerned with Highlighter's jump. We were a little worried that they were kind of one-upping you. What was going through your mind when Highlighter was just pretty much focusing you that entire round?
The truth here, if he's listening to me, the truth, it was good. It was good, but I didn't want to let him win this in a certain way. So I just decided to focus and take the win with my team, with the help.
Yeah.
Of the team. I just decided to take the win and go for it. I can't let another Junk win against me.
Yeah. And you definitely did. You pretty much curb stomped them continuously after that point. So sometimes it's good to get the fire lit underneath you for that competition.
It was good. For real, I panicked a bit for the first one, but after that, I just decided to... That's enough now.
Yeah. You let Highlighter have his fun. Now it's time to get back to business.
Yeah, time to get serious. And I don't want to keep you for too long, so we'll leave it to one more question, all right? So, what does this mean for you guys going forward in the tournament? Do you think you're going to be able to take this win and get a win next week and maybe do well in the playoffs? Or where do you guys think you're going to be going from here?
We're putting a lot of effort to win this. We do want to win. We're doing our best. We want to win the tournament, but still we are far behind. So let's see what we can do in the future.
Yeah, well,
all right, well,
maybe
sounds good.
I would say maybe for season 4 we see Crystal Drop come back strong and curb stomp everybody again.
With the train, yeah. My plan is to keep playing and getting better.
Of course, well, it definitely has shown off, yeah.
Yeah. I agree. And
Yeah.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's okay. In
Any
the
final?
future-
Yeah, sorry. Any final? I'm so sorry. I keep cutting you off. Any final thoughts to leave us with? I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's good. That's okay. In the future, I plan to win the next one and get better. Just keep playing junk and keep grinding.
Yeah, well, I think I can say this on behalf of all of our watchers and definitely us casters.
Mhm.
Please send our love back to Crystal Drip for that reverse sweep. That was one hell of a match you guys played.
Yeah.
And thanks so much
Yeah,
for
just
joining
great job
us.
all around.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I wish you guys best of luck in the next week.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, Wild, this was an incredible turnaround. I'm still kind of boggled, you know. I think T-Wolf saying what he did was like, oh, I let Highlighter have his fun, now it's back to business. That is literally what happened in that last round of Li Zhang. Do we have the results from most shittiest player, or are we not even going to smack anybody with that title today?
I'm not sure if we actually have a pullout right now at the moment. I'm not. Oh, okay. Oh, geez. I mean, I don't even know who I can give it out to because I thought everyone played fine.
Yeah, I mean, again, I almost want to take advantage of the audience. You know, we are supposed to be doing polls for most shittiest players, and I can see chat just going crazy right now. So I think this is an opinionated crowd right now. And I don't even know who to discount. Obviously, not Phoenix.
I would say not Phoenix and not the DPS players. Definitely not the DPS players.
I thought MSP was of losing. Okay, so.
Oh,
we've done it wrong.
I've been giving it out to the losing team. I mean,
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, most shittiest player is going to be going to someone on the winning team. I mean, I know who I would vote for.
I mean, we kind of already said that we didn't.
Yeah, we already kind of had an argument.
I don't want to give it to them. Everybody works so hard.
Yeah, I don't want to give it to anybody. I thought they all played well.
Yeah, it's more enjoyable when you give it to the losing team because then it stings more. But
yeah, really hurts them.
Yeah. But I would have to say, you know, Metalhead did crazy things. There was one time on Oasis where they hooked Rice right as he was shattering or hammering down, and it pulled him into the pit. And that was a really good game changer, but then he immediately got booped by Phoenix.
Yeah, so yeah, your vote is for Metal, my vote is for Noxon, and your vote's for who?
Okay,
really?
So Lindsay, our production, you know,
is voting for Xerox here, which I think it's a little bit weird. I thought Xerox played fine, but I guess it's understandable.
So I guess let's do a poll for those three options, and we'll let the audience decide. So Xerox, the main tank, Metal, the off tank, and Nox,
Noxon,
the
bat player.
Bat player.
Yeah.
Now,
I have no idea. K.
Yeah, it was KNOXIX. Oh, XN. Yeah.
I think Noxon.
I would just say bat player.
Yeah.
That's how much. Now, see, I'm just so against this. I'm just so against it.
I mean, like I said, I didn't think any of them played bad at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think any of them played bad, but I don't want to give it to. Yeah, I don't want to give it to DPS players. That both the DPS players are really good, and Sky obviously had a lot of environmental kills, which came up clutch quite often. So unfortunately, it has to follow those three. So we'll have to see what Chaz has to say.
Yeah. And that. And we have 1 for Metal, 2 for Metal. Let me see. Not a whole lot of votes. Oh, 3 for Metal, 6 for Metal. Oh, 11 just jumped up. Yeah. I hate it because Metal.
Metal didn't play bad at all. I don't think.
Oh my God, Noxon's like, you can't even spell my name. I thought there was an I. That's my bad, Bap.
Yeah, I don't think you played bad at all either. We have to choose somebody.
Yeah. I love that lol sorry by the official Prospect eSports Showdown. We're contractually obligated. Just like I have to scream like a maniac every time a Pokebomb happens, and now I have to start yelling T-Tire.
Yeah.
I think that's our new catchphrase.
It's gotta be. Man, I don't know how much Junkrat we're gonna see outside of this team, but
Yeah,
after tonight, I sure hope we see some more.
Maybe I can do T-Tires for Pulse Bombs too. Now, it looks like we're kind of holding at, and Rise, I say that we get a few more votes in for Metal. I wonder if we biased the vote because of what we had said earlier.
Possibly.
Eddie says, worst player is whoever mixed the audio. Ooh! Yeah. Now, Discord does do crazy things to voices, and you have to have a lot of software running in the background to equalize everybody. Apparently, Noxon also says no one can even say my name right anyways. Oh, well, maybe if you give us a phonetic thing, we will correct it.
We'll try.
Metal wins 100%, 22 votes. Now, let me go see.
All the votes are for him?
Yes, which I feel bad.
Oh my goodness.
We definitely biased that.
Maybe a little bit.
Alrighty, I will be right back.
Yeah, we're gonna go grab Metal here. See what he has to say. Again, thought he played fine. He actually had some massive grabs, but I don't know. Like I feel like he was not as flashy, which isn't a bad thing at all. But a lot of the other players, it was easier. Like you'd see like huge flashy plays come up, so maybe it was a little bit easier to like see their impact on the game. Even though I thought he had some big grabs at times, and I thought he played well. But yeah, we're gonna be trying to get him in here for an interview to see if he has any thoughts on that. All right, and we do have Metal Machine here. Metal Machine, how are you doing today?
Yeah, pretty good. Well, except being considered MSP, that's a little whack.
Ooh, it's a little whack. Do you think? Here, I personally, I did not vote for you, but let's say, like, who do you think was like the worst? This is interesting. Who do you think was maybe the worst player on your team today?
On my team. I can't say on my team, but I can say that on the other team.
Yeah, you can throw anyone you want underneath the bus.
Why not?
Everybody in my team said Highlighter was the MSP. It's just
they're just. I don't think so.
That's what they said on my team.
Highlighter had one good round of kick-assing, and then the other times, they were okay.
Yeah. Really? I probably would have given him best player or maybe best player of the match, but who knows? Maybe I was just watching all the flashy moments and maybe missed a lot of the time that he failed. That's probably it. He had a lot of flashy moments. I will say that coming up.
Yeah, I can't say that he didn't mess up during the game. because I did mess up, but we ended up winning those matches, and we did get the Dubski. We won.
Yeah, so to clarify, and I'm sure Wild mentioned this, this is really who's the least impressive player versus who's the shitty player, because off tanks, unless you're a diva, you don't have a lot of crazy plays. You're engaging and pretty much enhancing everyone else's play. You're almost like you're dealt the short end of the stick, because even though you had great grabs, you had great bubbles, you had great, support of your Rhine, you just get dealt the shit end of the stick because everyone else took the kills instead.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so it's just, we should change this as the least flashy player.
Yeah, that's probably a little more accurate, just because there's a lot of people that had a lot of star power, like Laurel said. Like Sky with the boops and the DPS players both had their pop off moments, and it's just not as easy, to be right out there, flashy as an off tank.
Yeah.
Now, we got T-Wolf's opinion about this reverse sweep. What was going on with you guys for the first two maps? Did you just need a warm up round or two?
For the first maps, usually it always goes close, but it's just we need to adapt to their gameplay always, and sometimes it can be difficult, sometimes it can be easy. It depends. I can't clarify on that.
Yeah. I mean, it really was close from the very beginning, and just ultimately win in GPAC's favor for the first two, and then you guys just curb stomped the fuck out of GPAC that last round. Or the last two maps of Lijiang.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. Those last two maps, it was so one-sided. It was pretty surprising too, because I thought they played pretty well on Control Center.
Yeah, we always have difficulties with Control Center, but the rest of the maps we absolutely practiced the hell out of them, and it gave us the win.
Yeah, I would almost suggest just grinding Control Center, then just do one scrim, just Control Center.
Well, that's what we pretty much always do every scrim. We always bring out Lijiang just to bring a little spice into the mix.
Yeah,
that was good to mix things up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does this mean for you guys going forward? Do you think you're gonna get how far do you guys think you're gonna get in the tournament?
I know we won't get number one. I would wish that we would get number one. It would be hard. We're willing to try.
Yeah.
And go as far as we can go.
I don't have the standings in front of me, but sometimes, it's impossible. But, intermediate bracket has been such a volatile standing for a lot of teams. They really win one week, and then the next they don't do so well. So, nothing's out of the rank yet. Oh, we're getting asked, why are we doing this? This is just cringe. Again, we apologize, Metal.
This is not. We don't. I especially don't want to do this. I definitely don't.
Yeah.
But it's what it is. The chat has voted. But yeah, you guys voted. Wait. The chat. You guys voted for this. What do you mean it's cringe? You guys voted for this.
I can name one person. Faye, I know you. I know that you simped to get the votes. I saw you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, all of us, we were at 1, 2, 3, and then all of a sudden we were at 18. So I can buy that scenario that someone bought votes from somebody else.
Yeah, because it was written underneath Banksu spent 1,400 points to get the votes. So that's why we're saying that was kind of rigged, because he's the main off tank of the main team. So
all right. So it's a bit friendly though. It wasn't
no, it's not.
I see. Conspiracy to get the underdogs.
All right. Well, sorry, we always do that. I swear, you've done that every single time today. But thank you so much for coming out. Do you have any final thoughts or any words you want to leave with us?
Well, nothing else much. Just we won. That's it.
Fair enough.
Yep.
All right.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
I'm sure everyone can hear my dog is kind of getting impatient now. It's thunderstorming, so I apologize if he's been whining this entire time that Metal was talking.
It's alright. I hardly heard him, but I think that's it for the stream, right? I think that's about it. We did our interviews, and it was a great match. I mean, it was a reverse. I think it was the first reverse sweep I've casted in this tournament. There was a couple close calls, but I think this is the first time I've casted one.
Yeah, I was a production assistant on one for reverse sweep, and that match lasted for 17 years. So yeah, we've gone the full gamut. We've gone from a non-start because we accidentally had the wrong people in lobby. We had technical difficulties. We had good fights, bad fights, and now cringe interviews. So we've rounded all
Yep.
off.
And we definitely did have some cringe interviews, so check that off the list. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it for us. There is a match tomorrow that I'm also casting.
Yep, I will be there
It's the
too, buddy.
Extreme Division. Oh, you're casting it tomorrow?
Yep.
All right. Well, me and Laura will be coming back tomorrow around 5 for I think the Extreme Division. Let me check who's playing. I believe Kerchak Fan Club is playing. Let me check who they are. Yeah, the Kerchak Fan Club will be going up against Prospect Clockwork tomorrow, 5 p.m. PST, 8 EST. Yeah, and me and Laurel will be there again. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream, and yeah, thank you for watching. It was just so much fun to cast.
Yeah, of course, I'm excited to come here tomorrow to see Kershak versus Prospect. That's a match that we are all dying to see if it actually happens. Sorry,
Yeah.
no shade, no tea, no lemonade. I lost that saying there. But big props, thanks you to Lindsay. Big props to the rest of the Prospect eSports Showdown crew, and we will see you tomorrow for week 5 for another match.